0551 9933 ubetimi message number 0551 444 and no WhatsApp line and answer 0551 599 933 WhatsApp line no ubetimi edo message afa so no ye won obetimi the video so aba na dress good me enti onka dede no there be an endorse awa chire and this ya more video na dede no endorse into the nyanto wase relax na etro fire no ma onsam no very clear no insult and the atembia nim line no enso ya provided e the amawa WhatsApp obetimi no video about just record yourself 1 minute abros 1 minute 20 seconds now fe and send me a person o can be ano na wonso o the abanti no na eye program no and then some no doso Ghanaian Premier League no record and na Friday game e course so Nations FC and Bechem United Nations share 3 and then ekosi ochina matches are ekoso no saying and emunchemu sitie ye be Division 1 all the zones emu aye she Black Stars World Cup na ye kono players ben ana image omo yi omo ho we anymore ani aboabo no a ye de munchemu anso eba the award winner the hat-tricker Mr. Kwabena Jemfi say Joe Laka ono a ne beko so ekrokro show no kopim say dumienu ebebo ye ma yemu so a breaking news ana bench stick and say many were video no and free her ye call amonone Wallinti yentu fan na ehwen sama ekoso ankofo ekroso ye be shase e de afri Cristiano Ronaldo ono Al Nassr ene Portugal won national team captain Ronaldo akokopra na ni prano or transfer between 2 to 3 weeks Ronaldo make us say ono will fly from Saudi Arabia na ono enso etimi aba or flyer a Spain and Alba na bana Alba no Oba for medical checkup now. Why is the doctors now? I was sad, you know, or tronton wa. I hear not the recovery difficult at the amano. Into Oba Spain now be specialist no treating in term now returning to club and then a country football. Real Madrid, almost stadium, Santiago Bernabeu, and the new Spotify company, Barca Stadium, no, sir, 2 main stadiums swing and an air battle, sir, I'm going to host to the grand finale of the World Cup 2030. World Cup 2030, no, about 6 countries and I host to the grand finale. Because so I was Spain. Now Spain, no, you know the exact venue and finals, no, host to Santiago Bernabeu. You know, say opeso host to Barca for NTS omo ejide say anyone no na the Spotify company ayamono chiawa also no host to the World Cup in 2030. Young Ramon now Luis Enrique swear you wakasa p Luis Enrique manager I'm Paris Saint-Germain na another local French Ligue 1 Omo alusu ye AS Monaco koshomom by 3 goals to 1 into this season and was so far nemo odi this young kwa defeat no etwa 2 seasons na wabe coaching aye PSG football club no na odi atudwa say enyema ekos no clearly PSG they are in trouble the kind of footballer omo epeso mo bono enye no na omo ebo nemo omo big one against Chelsea this Champions League week we man and airbus so he said I'm correct errors na against Chelsea I'm edin kunim Marquinhos PSG a captain was enwa lose ye nanso Andrew Chelsea game ni there na omo aye fully prepared na omo recover from Nkugua omo edini enra he said omo react na ulusu 3-1 our French Ligue 1 na on next game also kon gun blazing and omo the money bringing na ekoswa Chelsea womo eso Nuno Mendes on the was here Chelsea no anoden pa obeka FIFA Club World Cup no Chelsea and a share omo eg trophy no na say against Chelsea omo kona ni breso pa enra match na game na omo person omo win antimi ama aha omo ye papa na so bibia answer ombe putu omo access together na omo gather the pieces na omo any Chelsea game we there when omo any excuse enra there omo beka say na omo ni e da Chelsea game no ho na mom you queuing omo Chelsea match na there no excuse also can be aso omo edin kunim na enra performance ndi ojutum say no enso ankoye young Ramon other stores na yenko Australia and na Austria yeko Austria Bundesliga na this weekend Ochina Sunday big game about so SK Rapid Wien omo any Red Bull Salzburg and airball na Daniel Nunu ono Ghanaian forward obo our left wing and right wing. Daniel Nunu ebebo against Red Bull Salzburg Ochina game no ehupa Ghana time 4 p.m. Austria time 5 p.m. The match no ehu and it said Salzburg and Edikan omo ekita 37 points and SK Rapid Vienna Eda Sisa omo ekita 30 points no ejremo a match we also me win say omo any ambition say league no omo ebetimi age a ochina match no omo edi nkunima na omo kate points no from 7 na about 4 league no still some matches aka also ball omo ogide pass all is not yet lost omo ebetimi edi nkunim e wo league na no enso ekos when sama Daniel Nunu ono aye left or right winger obo Austria Emma SK Rapid Vienna one match weekend way ano edin ochina Sunday and a match no enso eba so yenwura mum ewo enra Antonio Conte after Napoli game course so one eche Torino eshomu 2-1 Antonio Conte hey manager Eddie Emma Napoli na enra Scott McTominay game no one manwie ana okopraye na enra match no kwade one involved manager no chemu a by next to crowd no mo he say Scott McTominay hobeto no na wotimi asia kan enra Kevin De Bruyne emeki injury return ono so praye no watena fie ache pa enra ono so free bench ebesi akan Eddie Emma Napoli omo club no na Milan Pjanic former Barcelona and in Juventus midfielder or say Juventus team win say next year compete here and here here 3 or more quality players na augmented squad no say Sandro Tonali available from Newcastle na enya Bernardo Silva ebeka ho a betimi aye niema ye pa ama apeke pa ama Juventus club no it be Milan Pjanic call for additional signings especially players na have a lot of experience boy Juve na next year intimi engine Serie A no na Christian Sivu Inter Milan boss weekend way Milan Derby boss so enkonfo bonachi pass season way Inter Milan hwie pa do say domestic league na Serie A ana edikan na so Champions League efri mu konfo pin twanachi say manager no oba no niema enkoyie kura last year finals of the Champions League afuwe taking early shower bow out in term kura no and a shiv eka so no we face a lot of criticisms for abonachipa or catch the place and say resource and koyasa supporters there every be an here resource say I'm far ebedi watem name opportunity say obetin rewrite the wrongs enti weekend win game against AC Milan ense na fansa edi matem no adwene enso ensesa Lautaro Martinez training enra Mabeka say oye major doubt and a medical team by ourselves so no say Inter Milan captain no obey available for AC Milan gamer and so ebetimi abaso na Marcus Thuram said okay pa 2007 na oye just 10 years na ne papa ebo edi Emma Barcelona na ne okohwe ne papa Lilian na okoho no anohu Leo Messi satam na Messi are very young now also the Messi din komo hebo na Messi born hu so dache Messi betimi at the football no akọ a lot of places no wonder said Messi confirm po out no say are the greatest of all time into no ne papa nti Messi in term no say Messi po actually boot dante way memories are Marcus Thuram enso eka wabra or prepare for Milan Derby and enso baso enran Vincent Company Ekasaye just after a win in the Bundesliga a winning over Borussia Mönchengladbach na yekubisa ne say Nicholas Jackson the situation at saying no so as a player Nicholas Jackson abibiano obese obo nemo entimi insisa because are competing with a certain Hurricane there or you proven or a striker every opportunity be benya biano or bank in the goals such player or Honeyman Eden passer obenya regular minutes na nkofo pese omo ping point na omo ensang out Nicholas Jackson e bonachi se ne mode momom e wo fom anunti ana on start or say and Tessa Nicholas Jackson onye Bonibia right after AFCON o trainee na or trying for a minute into Enra against Mönchengladbach or dear part. Hopefully or you know obenya some minutes and no Vincent company now Enra Jamal Musiala at a point or Captain Ambano second half no and now omo ede ahoma chiche nsa or say or you over the moon na nia je amana bro so say what Captain Bayern Munich among a football club no a dream come true to Captain Bayern Munich no any achievement ketwa na nin aje ye papa and also about 90 minutes obeka ya FIFA Club World Cup na e course on America against PSG and ko prayer e free ho more 90 minutes bonus liga and ran any first time man about 90 minutes or say another exciting news say what about 90 minutes hopefully 90 them ebe to so sa yanko enra benabal Real Madrid the Spanish Premier League wamo edin kunim match na e course no wamo ewini by 2-1 very late and a Freddy Valverde at what now wamo edin kuna before the game wamo share a t-shirt bia now wamo wish Rodrigo the very best of luck into t-shirt Rodrigo konya ACL na pese di support eta na chi wa bro bia ebi ho se visible no t-shirt womo enso etimi share na match no so na Abeluwa manager Emma Real Madrid and airbo Freddy Valverde onya the match winner abaso say oye player every Madridista ebepe say obehun over and over and side goals no the total contribution any Howard or Lady club no exceptional Abeluwa and so ebon abaso and no other gula ne bufu biemo just a gula obo game now in the free man asem wa mana monso asem na ne bufu ye no post match ebi say Abeluwa say ohun say other gula buafu or say oni de ntia gula ebuafu na no coach and ayusu no Chen ono Abeluwa obaye no ada gule ono any manager one man more minutes ono any obi a what trust ada gule enti oyi the film na ne bufo a ono as a coach don on tiase how often and a Benjamin Men and a Ferland Mendy obo on time or and on so enya start a boy enti player there enya bibia and a over start at a point over free and have a free bench aba ma obi and so etimi a start Vinicius Junior say enra na fatigue e ka ho bi ne mo ne bono na enis rosa enra there na on my average performance or say against Man City on percent omo attack on bese omo attack Man City omo a club no na omo dominate on City bar game and also mo ni bre first leg second leg bia ebetimi account enti omo attack na first half na omo timi attack sa second half no na omo timi rewra Celta Vigo omo team ni mu on bese omo to so sa against Man City nemo omo ebehia the supporters na ma 12 men no behind them supporters no ebebeta omo chia why not win am open no omo san ebetimi akan was say also omo a perfect Real Madrid to beat Manchester City na men ayadoma in the Champions League enra Kylian Mbappe and na me pray our plenty na ohwe game ni bi e ofie of France na match na ohwe no second goal ni ba ya pe ani hu say on the TV or celebrate because and now very very late 90+5 ya pompa wie and I felt if Valverde and ya wonderful striker Emma Madrid every year now when I do much and I Mbappe obe free France about Spain now conquer for Senka against City can be a source of ball Mbappe was fully fit 100% fitter game against Man City. He ruling out on percent or any form of discomfort and pain at the ball at Man City. Bilbao and the Barca match no Barca was Spanish Premier League. Nico Williams on me and more and the match no because of injury team. Nico Williams want to be embo into FC Barcelona. Now Ernesto Valverde, a former manager Emma Barcelona, and then office almost na Barca shani biana more goals and a PMO no say all the players team ni nyina no ehwomutrum say revenge one more ampersent Kugua in recent times Oma suffer against Barcelona no ebe to so into omo there the only key word that players and officials na no revenge ɛno nko a ɛne adeɛ a ɔmani nso abrɛ ho. Robert Lewandowski said season no afei ane yɛkɔ baby a emu ɛdɔne paa. Wei crucial moment of the season. Almost some important games or some about Enra Real Madrid enya win no ama points gap no akolosu ne kakra nemo Barca now almost answered am BM henti and the match new concept Barca form edi agro Champions League Barca against Newcastle ehia win non-negotiable according to Robert Lewandowski. Hansi Flick say ni goal and it's Barca ebeje Spain league na Champions League no edi asoso or set 2 competitions aka Barca no ono ni empase or the Barca and so ebetimi age South trophies na nkofo bonachi say draw cancel or the bar no enfasobia emma so or say anyam from so na ma Barca for esane draw cancel obiem na pe versatility na player or versatile obetimi aboba bia na draw cancel on Barca in and out baby so obetimi abo hanunti na omko sign e buy so far so player no ne mo enye bad crowd Elena Fort ono aye Juan Laporta na chidi foni bia ebo adwuma pa o say na Barca team no nanka collapse anisa until say Juan Laporta arrive na Barca entia players salary even electricity bill na Barca for entia na enyema na ekoso na enkoye kra Juan Laporta baye na enyema asesan ekoye enti here continuity there on the 15th of March Barca elections no to abani biem Juan Laporta one to also na na Victor Font ono so candidate Yantuno Swaba, Obesobe president Emma Barcelona, or say the Hanopa, and they say Barca team no call for Ajini say Ekoye. Meanwhile, team no Enkoye, Niebesan Hansi Flick, and then Lewandowski, Ababonten, as some support at the Ama Juan Laporta. Na only saying, I don't blame Omo because Juan Laporta na ede Lewandowski ebaye, Anua na ede Hansi Flick ebaye, ebede said Okophobia ba na publicly, Obeka say, going to our election and airpasso and unti only problem bia sir Lewandowski and Hansi Flick publicly abetro support behind Juan Laporta Alan Shearer on a former Newcastle a striker and all fire Brighton coach Fabian Hassler of fire and power Hassler ever bonting publicly because at here Arsenal and Mikel Arteta our game so last Wednesday my Arsenal question Brighton kaba come team anti sa game ni ba we here and manager because only one team na yes ball team back there be delay time goalkeeper 3 times obianya na hwea na order form Hassler fire pa na no and Alan Shearer say sao comment no emwa we coach just focus what team no so now agile opponent and better and proper say opposing manager opponent no out on the ball no obeting ababonten and lash out and ma who say ankoye sadena coach ni no I'm from Fasobia ama Arsenal league no omope kwan amefa so every game there enyo bia a business and so no Arsene Wenger former Arsenal manager and also for sure o GDA person afui Arsenal for ebejide EPL was say no excuse no explanation everything I was Arsenal for the edge Premier League into Premier League in Arsenal NJ biemu 7 clear points Joe say Man City one outstanding game Yanko Patrice Evra also attack ne colleagues na ono ebo United and also ogidi pass opeso believe say Paul Scholes after Newcastle defeated Omunya over Man United na oko X social media ko fire carry no be so ogidi say na account no obi ene hake ne mom say obi hake dia ka ebe nwanwa pa some colleague oba just one game and we lose na mo ababontem na mo dinatem na Paul Scholes oye obi ahonkasa ne mom omblemu no sa unya ko TV so sa the moment obey pandit no just say okay negatives anti Gary Neville ye dey adwuma mpoma o Valencia toto papa so a nanso obey TV so a aso oyenyansa boakwa nyansa wo wiase nyina ono enenim mihwa ye di timawo adabrijo hwie ema yesakeo dientin na ewose utimi babonten na as a pandit okasa etia o colleague or boy juma just one game or lose enti ever say oye pandit ye expect sa bibiano negatives nko a na obetimi akeka na owie no de to just say ono Luis Enrique Ben ideal manager Sama United AP coach ono ever ka obekanfo Enrique so no mum na ebetimi aboa Man United omo e club no Joao Pedro na alpha Premier League player of the week or hat-trick against Aston Villa no and Liam Rosenia say Joao Pedro or the same level as Erling Haaland, Harry Kane and Kylian Mbappe. Sa category right now, sa level no and Joao Pedro ono enso ewo a coaching on fair player ni and anko 20 patentin ko ho de sa class no Liam agidi pass ho and Pedro ewo or say William Esteval no e toneba Name FA Cup Chelsea ebone de eye too early say Esteval and so ebetimi esia kan Mohamed Kudus to Chelsea and common ekodai Tottenham say relegation bi ebetimi asi and common asanso ababiem say Chelsea enya Kudus wo mo epe ye tete say enema amfa dia Kudus ebe free space at the end of the season Liverpool and Man U wo mo epe Pierre Kalulu ebo ema Juventus ye consider say one of the untouchables because the motherboard aso any now so Liverpool and Man United and ya prepare so omunya na wo mo enso epe yanko English FA Cup and Liverpool Edin Kudim Ekamiensa Wolverhampton omo entimi ante and Wrexham and Chelsea ebebo Newcastle and Manchester City ebeshia Fulham ebebo against Southampton na Port Vale and Sunderland at the Ataso Leeds United and Norwich West Ham United and Brentford ebebo Manchester Ebaso and the Ebaso in the English FA Cup and so I don't know yanto aso enko French Ligue 1 Auxerre and Strasbourg airborne and now PSG Treffier AS Monaco akoshomo by 3-1 and the games are to aso no aye Toulouse and Marseille RC Lens and Metz Stade Brestois and Le Havre Lille Airport Lorraine Nice and Stade Rennes na Lyon and Paris FC wamo enso abo league table PSG lead wamo ewo 57 points RC Lens at a second 53 Lyon at a third Marseille fourth Monaco at a fifth Lille na at a sixth ewo French Ligue 1 yento aso na yenko Italy enra Napoli wamo echi Atlanta Eshomo by 2-1 and any ochina games are so Italian Serie A no saying and a sunsun sanswono and so etie Atlanta and Udinese Juventus ebo Pisa Lecce and Cremonese Bologna ebebo Hellas Verona Fiorentina and Parma Genoa ebesha AS Roma AC Milan and Inter Milan Derby no so ochina na Lazio and Sassuolo omo enso e de ataso o Ligue 1 Inter Milan lead almost 67 points AC Milan at a second 57 10 points and separating Inter Milan and AC Milan I wait for Inter Milan ebe mo BM ama Serie A no omo ebetwum 13 clear points Napoli at a third Roma at a fourth Como at a fifth Juve at a sixth Atalanta at a seventh Honomo Yankon German Bundesliga Manchester Outdoor Barcelona say and etie FC Cologne and Borussia Mönchengladbach ebebo St. Pauli and Frankfurt Union Berlin and Werder Bremen and ebebo Bayern Munich and win amomo eko say omo stretching lead no because Ohe league table now after 25 matches almost 66 points Dortmund at a second Hoffenheim at a third Stuttgart at a fourth IB Leipzig now at a fifth Yentuaso and Spanish Premier League and Real Madrid at Celta Vigo Echo Shomo by 2-1 Enra first goal Madrid Nesheye Aurelio Chouameni Hena Boga Iglesias Ebeteka ya pompa wie na Fedi Valverde LED by example Capito and that second goal the match winner and Atletico Madrid and also Sociedad Bilbao our San Mames woman any Barca ebepo ochina Sunday Villarreal any Elche Getafe ebo Real Betis Sevilla any Rayo Valencia ebo Deportivo Alaves na Espanyol any Real Oviedo woman enso abo Manchester eba so ewo Spain no Barcelona LED omo 64 points Madrid abo 1 game more omo close to Gabon almost 63 points, just 1 point, and a separate almost for now. Barca share almost extended to 4 more points. Atletico Madrid at a third, Villarreal at a fourth, Real Betis fifth, Celta Vigo na at a sixth. Our Spanish Premier Liga almost a table no so. Weighing aso ani ejina na enkwafo close nsem no ye de si no kono abo apemu pepepe ye ko na ye ne Dr. Amagashi akwakodin komo Ghana had ye health ne kwan se ye toto na sekra ba pomodin no ebe gyan na so na SCP esita also call Dr. Amagashi aso ye na okoje wayaresa emo akwaba
ejoso bro
na enenso ne babe na mde fuma so ye de
Apostle Dr. Amagashi si wode ne nchia echia obi biara efi na so ye 6 branches ni nyinada so ame magazine macro asante mantem okonkram pupuni mantem o kasoa okọ ebrahafo ne mantem so o tachiman na osai ewo bogoso na osai wo koforidia apostle say yade bai na ha osunsumu ne honammu se obi na wo adwene bi se o yade a wo yade no otaye chire dia na esabisabi bu atadwe ate dene nyankopon de ho tumidie sunsum ne honammu nyinada ama apostle Dr. Samuel Amagashi se obi biara obetu anamon no de aba na so ye no nyankopon ebefa ne so ama se nipa ne yade na eda ne so no asai akọ na mpo se obi na ta chire no aye na dwene se o ma wo ho ento dia e de esabisabi bu na the book of Revelation chapter 18 verse 6 wose muntua wonka se de wotua amoka no so wode bo ho mienu wose musomo mfa mo ho mienu ma anwonani de efrititi besi mremu anwonani abrante de sabisabi eburu efrititi nyina wo na ye nim wo se wo mu wo nuro pa wo Ghana ha abakwasem ye anwonafo Apostle Dr. Amagashi de sabisabi tete aduro na ye nananom de ye adwuma esayade esanipa no mpe nipa moja wono mo wo aniyade wo ma wo ye funu ha wo mo sabisabi eburu wo ma wo mo bubu agu ho oba wonya eba no Apostle Dr. Amagashi tete wode ne kan ene ogina so de sa enipa yade enti yade biada ni asase so Apostle Dr. Amagashi eni ano aduro enti mesrew se ne number na ewo afidie na se no bomodian se obefa no wafre no na ni Apostle adi nkomo ene wo ye adwuma anopai nipa abo na so ye mpempempempem a omo beje ayaresa efriso mo hu se Apostle Dr. Amagashi won netimi tu yade ase kran tie se de dia ye ta afrense otu ase enti yade bai na hawo sunsumu anase honammu anase sabisabi ebru oda na wososo da ye boni bi ana Apostle se bra na so ye no ma unu brane hahama bi na fa dware na nipa na wo hu na wodaye mu no wono asa nipa na meka nanum asem nye de emfa nkyerem minua unim se no kwasem ne yade asese Ghana ekuye kese paaye potokase ye frɛ ne pressure wo de ba ye twi kase no ma kyese mojade ebroso won na na se hypertension emoja ewoye nipadua no nyankopon de maaye no abroso eye nuane ene hahama bi sabi eburu ensese wudie ana wadi ama na broso na akofa saa yade na ye de aba bra Apostle Dr. Amagashi wo na wono mo yare mo jabroso eye pressure no nyankopon fa ne so na wontwe saa yade ni nyina da emfiri mu nipadua mu last 2 weeks wono mo ba Apostle Dr. Amagashi aso ye count besi ene Saturday ya ene de ya wono no mo yare pressure no emu ma akoma 27 ne ba ye wo mu nyina enya ayaresa enti diabetes na hawo anase o yare stomach ulcer ye ka stomach ulcer yamkuro ensuo gu yema na yemu ya wo ya aduane to yema na emu ya wo ya sabi ebrudi bia wo bedi bia na wo oyem no wo ekeka na wo ye de na wo tiem for niche Apostle Dr. Amagashi si cancer ase otu na wo tu na ba di kure free ban wadane de amanipa no obia wo yare yade ye frɛ ne kidney problem ye ka se kidney problem a kidney ne ye enipa esa kidney nuane a ye di nyina no na esone so na wato de ama brebo na eye liver no na brobro no nso so acheche ama ye part no ama nipa yetime asipa nanso ebinom nuane bi omadidi akọ omu nipaduam no ama wo mu saa ye wo mu kidney na eye mienu na Nyankopon de ba akoto ne mfe ode ba akoso to ye mfe na hoden ne ye dai ewo fom bomoden ne fo ani kire Apostle Dr. Amagashi asoyeye ne Nyankopon fa apostle so na onye dai wo mo won na wo mu brebo enso so wo mu wo ehaw ewo mu brebo ma nya brebo yade enso so fa wani kire Apostle Dr. Amagashi asoyeye ene won no mu yare HIV minu awoni mi se no kwasem ne Ghana hanom some regions bi ntime fra ne ntoma kakra regions bi ne yenya te se number of percentage a omo yare HIV AIDS no rate no ekosoro papa eye both side ni nyina eye man and what woman female any men na yeti oman mu HIV obate binom keka ensem bi ese dabreye ni HIV no oduro because ya tena se ama abrofo abedada ye ya tena se ama abrofo de omo niema bi no ababe wurawuram wa bre Nyankopon ebon hahama eni nubra ni nua hini se muni dua na ba the book of what Ezekiel chapter 47 verse 12 was money diana banamon fana habanye de ensaya de okay Roman chapter 14 verse 12 was de wa yare ne de amani ne aduane biara Apostle Dr. Amagashi asoye no mbra no magi no bra ene hahama no onye de wonnom na even po heaven ho na ye prakọ no wose se akuru na ye hahama ne ye de yedi enti ye ka ho no mutimi kika en hahama ne no bra bom timi tu yade ase amani pa ye ho etimi to ye Apostle Dr. Samuel Amagashi enti abusuafo yi frene number na ye 0547 044307 0547 044307 bomodien ne Fred doctor ne entwetwe yade sunsumu ene obehunu se honam no obehunu ne mfidie a wasa ye ede aba no Nyankopon ma na atode aba no mfidie ne scan ne ehu ba bia won yarewa esese no na wono nso nani na Nyankopon de ma na ye natural eye na Dr. Amagashi di nante no se sunsum bi saa aye ne ho ohinta di ekira Apostle Dr. Amagashi be ye dai ebekero enti am wagba mu nya dai emu ema aye mo nhese wa abra Apostle Dr. Amagashi ye dai ewo ho na wo tu yade ase ede amaye menua me ka kiro se Ghana ha wo bitimi sa no mpemu yade a no mpepa aye dwumadi amu di ago kansie ho ahye ye nuanom bi bobo ama ye timi bucha wo mu ewo middle ho ewo ba bia obi nsatimi bu yeso obi anya handspring yeso obi neck yeso obi obi susu wanya wadi mazipo no ye beka nse bi asiatica no bomodene na fa Apostle Dr. Amagashi number no na wo mpemu amakonya enkwanhia ka ana accident bibi asia ye de enade akyehye mu nipadua ni mu ema aye sekasa amam mumbra Apostle Dr. Amagashi ase na won sam yade nyi san yade wani nyina anya dai emfamfirim na de yade ahyehye mum Ghana ha no kwasem ni obi ani asase so obetima sa no mpemu yade a Apostle Dr. Amagashi na akamfo obebi se bekwi wo ni dini fata na efata no akono Apostle Dr. Amagashi se yade biada house nsumu ne honam no wo ni kire na soyeye ne bra ne begen hahama tetedie ni bi said the book of Jeremiah chapter 7 verse 16 was a monko na monko gina krotia na mumbi sabe bia tete atempo ne da na momfa so na munyankwa na nsu dipa no bia ye adwiri se ye mfa so no wanyankwa ene de nyankopon abeyi kwampa ni nyina de ato Apostle Dr. Amagashi asoye eye me magazine makru okonkra mpumpuru mantem so wo kasoa yakobo no hafo ne mantem so wo tachiman sanso so na wo sawo koforidua wo sawo bogo so enti abusuafo ye kane nyina ye didi ne ye nom na ye home de eye dane sade ayade ebedura ye nipaduam na Bible ma yete ase se ye nipadua aye onyankopon de asore dai the book of Acts chapter 17 verse 24 enti nipadua no se wotena ho ma yade HIV wotena ho ma hepatitis B wotena ho ma prostate cancer wotena ho no ma hernia wotena ho ma skin diseases ana ear and eye infection obi ho ma eka ear and eye infection na so anase nani wonfa hunu ade eye ema ne ho nto obi okra sabi eburu na so afiti ehwa ne na so no emu ye ne chan ehwa ne mu aye dududu mimi obo no se bi okra wo ne gina ho no ma na so no na ensuo fitaa bi ebi kura ye brown ebi ne ani aye se diesel no ebasa potoka se efre bi se na wo ye stingy na wo ho ye de bon ebi asabi eburu enipa kura trase a untimi nya de ema wo muntam enti mo wo asonyade a mo de aba enum ebi bubu enkokɔ ntakra ne enkokɔ ewo fie ho nyina da ewo mu a wo yare aso yade no wo matutu nkokɔ no ntakra nyina enkokɔ no kura hu ma no mamna eye bi na wo mkotutu abo bi e frɛ na confirm no wo mututu ni tiri ho yi saa sɛ wo mu di nunu wo masuma na apobo se na abo mu sofa goso wo mu garret ya ne mu ɛsɛ yɛ da yi wo mu apostle Dr. Magaji say se bi ebru enkokɔ ntakra da motu di anu masum no enye no ene ayaresa fo ni kyerɛ na hye na onfa nubna ene hahama enkeka mom ne nyankopɔn fa no so nyi saa de kankan ade fini wasum na emu ada na mu ye black da ema wonte asɛm na ema sɛbi ho aye nyan no sabi ebru onye mfiri wona nso enya de ahotɔ enhahama bi ɛso wɔ mini enhahama bi nso so wɔ Ghana ha ebinom wɔ adwen mi sada bre ofiti ano akote ebi te se wɔ ahaba bi efrɛ ne taame ewu ba ko nso se efrɛ ne susumesa san habai we mienu we say na enipa no mfiti ya dabro fiti ya no akote no wade ene se wadua no ufie no na nka baye nya da ma ho eso ufie ho ne ye de baye taame awu ana susudie mesa apostle se bra ne san habai wo wode de ka ho a ema obi eta wo sunsum ene honamu adwuma a wo pa wo pe promotion as of now on sankan ye no apostle se bra na won fa nubrani bi ene hahamani bi nka ho ne fa kodi dwuma e wo sunsum ne bo ho ba minia ene wa mo ho ba obi beku ato akro obi beku ato akre tuana mo ne fabra apostle Dr. Magashi asoye ne nyankopon fa apostle Dr. Magashi so na on sawo yade ema onso wani dwie enwi obai ebinum si susu mesa eye sunsum nyina ba ye de besa ba sunsum nyina besa ne yetene aniwa eye apostle Dr. Magashi ne wo ani a otimi de te enhahama ye wo bra de te ahabai ene ye wo bra ye de habama no eye adwuma enti wo ba bi ne ma no be koma na dwai ne yesi yatete de taame awu aposa ye de adware eso se wo spiritual marriage eso se ne mankoye wona wadim enti ye besrem se mo a mo yare sunsum ne honam a mo tete haba bia mo ntu anamo ma apostle Dr. Magashi no mo mfuma ne nkyere ho no nkeka enhaba nye dai emom na onfa mam nkodwa na ma wade enwie na sunsum na ewade no yankopon emfa no so na sa sunsum ne nyina anye dai enyira enti yade ya mo yade di na nkyere se ye ntimi nye dai ensa yade apostle yade a wontimi nsa ye obi a ye dai wagimi na Ezra chapter 10 verse 4 wose sori na so na asem da na ye de ye dai yedi wachi onwemfie ni nkyira apostle Dr. Magashi aso ye na won saye yade na wono de wotu yade ase apostle ye mawmo ene piao da se ne otumfo ye adoma ye besa ne machia
Dr. Apostle Amagashi aso ye ko ye kwaje ya pomodin ho nsem ye da ye ho aba na the legend Mr. Kwabele fi say Laka na bedwafo awura mu e foreign tourists no nti ye ba sesi a menu
par la défense parisienne. Et Hakimi pour Paris Saint-Germain qui essaie de relancer là, avec la prise de risque de Zaïre Emery qui perd le ballon, Balogun était au but et derrière qui a surgi, c'est Magnus.
Enrique derrière, peut-être qu'il a dû se faire mal, attention.
La passe avec le ballon qui revient pour Golovin qui... Il y a eu un match nul 0-0 avant la victoire 4-0 contre Rennes. Attention quand même à Thilo Keller, Achraf Hakimi qui décale, Bradley Barcola qui arrive à fermer le pied pour tromper Philippe Keun qui n'est pas impérial, le gardien monégasque. Et le voilà, ce troisième but dans cette rentrée par la défense parisienne. Et Hakimi pour essayer de ressortir un ballon encore une fois perdu par les Parisiens. La frappe de loin, elle est contrée et la frappe qui termine au fond des filets. Et là voilà, le but de Folarin Balogun, l'Américain, pour donner encore 2 buts d'avance à l'AS Monaco. Le troisième but des joueurs de la Principauté est signé Folarin Balogun.
On disait l'Américain qui n'a pas un match facile, qui a beaucoup de courses un petit peu sans recevoir des ballons. Et ben là, il a été plutôt bien inspiré avec cette paire de balles de Kang In-lee au départ. Un ballon dévié, regardez, Kang In-lee qui perd le ballon. Regardez l'attitude de New Mendes. Alors c'est un joueur qui est exceptionnel, mais regardez comment vous pouvez rester à 3 mètres en estime.
Kwa babiom emfa emra final whistle dwumadi eso Kessben television Kessben 3.3 92.9 Accra ye boma kopim se dumienu bebo na ya pegemu ma news no enso atoa so de amayen. All right, weekend the activities being in a coso e wo memia e behwe sa matches yi emuenra matches being in a coso PSG elusui Liverpool winnie Madrid and then matches being and so ebekoso AC Milan, Inter Milan, Barcelona and the Athletic Club. And if other events are in the weekend, so a free drive up men, never been done. A day in episode, a wholesome ebabium, my atucho and como 05515999933 05515999933. Monfa, mon messages no emra. Na yenhwe emfa emamun tentem mo mode videos and so eba no 0593231 579 and also a video line idea to which me do videos no abana de kusubiano uyiba na onkasa entia obiatem de die ni ade de bebre o a wo de ba ayana ye de agu nche visa na kokko no wosoro dodo ana kokko no wosoro dodo wo de kan wasem wabra wo offend obia. All right, ye mamu nyina akwa babiom eba final whistle dwumedi eso we de fo nyina no e wa ha and the came at Transi Sanso and a Dr. Franco Naro e wa ha Bright ye Boa Taylor on so at Transi asembe na peso busa Bright Fabra na onye ho adwuma tentem emfa emamo Andy
you know
so we aboko
na me anu.
All right yen chasem from free Europe kakra na matches ba so no yen hwehwe mu kakra na fe mra enede no messages no ba binim say Manfos were to Madrid de afa na other local stories na that was about Manfo yen chasem PSG ball we are seeing on boy but we lose
Obi ti em do mo attention mo match na mo be bonus.
okay
And omo attention omo match so and intina
the excuse is over.
No, it's not an excuse. I think it is something that Luis Enrique need to work on how he'll balance his team because you know they are not performing well in the Champions League. Emma it take you omo playoff and omo boy against AS Monaco and we had 2 games of course now that game is very close but the individual quality within the Paris Saint-Germain team in the same situation no Emma omo team qualify to the next phase of the UEFA Champions League for the Ligue 1 omo need a lot of competition with him. Say one of games Marseille betimi abo, say one of games Lyon betimi abo, one of games Monaco betimi abo. But so will compete the whole season with that squad, no, you know, any quality, no, say you, any level of maturity so far as the PSG team here concerned, no, then for the League 1 teams, and say, many PSG ebitimi are compete, but for one of games, teams ni be the quality omo betimi dia match omo te said the enra team and friend AS Monaco na you know there ba kwa Luis Enrique this season also ye careful ho you know in the previous season na ni team don omo man results no gradually omo drop kakra and again we are talking about Vintina because he had an excellent season last season but in the absence of Joao Neves a baby Argentina get exposed and those types of players the unsung heroes of most of the side into now here team no the boy na Monaco stroche ko a 3 back of Denis Zakaria, Tiro Kera and Avel Fast and on the boy and on pushi Venderson Carl Henrique with the likes of Florent Balagun Ofa Obise Bamba Obofa Lamin Kamara into 3 back defending with 5 but so we PSG team now Hakimi had dropped kakra after his injury. No say Hakimi had dropped kakra. Again, last season it was Nuno Mendes all over until Chelsea for a stop on the MetLife Stadium. It is all here this season. Nuno Mendes also had dropped kakra. The performance then said last season that year. Again, coach in the ball Zabani and then William Pacho and who say centrally the defense line because of game no mobile against Chelsea internal. Coach ni decided say obe rest Marquinhos and so ewo the problem no omo midfield you know midfield na say no injuries in Joao Neves any ho and game no mobile Joao Neves any ho ofo bi say Fabian Ruiz one player because of what boss to boss in many occasions no so born as a number 10 or battle at the support the midfield of Vitinha no neighbor as a playmaker and then Joao Neves and as a ball ni say ko anymore And I'm so or what the power, the drive to shoot from anywhere, no, what the ability to hold the ball, no, or send support to strikers, no, again, or no, any João Neves, any one player, offer obi at 17 or revolve around those players. Into any time on one side, no, Vintina are comfortable or move as the first phase of the build-up in midfield or control the game very well. But unfortunately, he's missing those guys this particular time, and in their absence, coach decided so that former Barcelona young boy Duro Fernandes, Ebeba beka Zai Emre ho, and you know, Saudi Duro Fernandes beka Zai Emre ho, na so Bob Vintina as number 6 said you, oh passes, oh controllers in midfield. But the moment he beji ball ne pe, unka game ni hu bio. Sa na team no, because of Fobi say Bamba, now Fobi excel Amin Kamara. Bamba will battle. Denis Zakaria so omu decided so omu bed ma. Or bed drop from the 3 back ma be support midfield no. Na ba be 3 in midfield. Into also wa ho or the be battle. Into yes you have 3 players in midfield. Only Amin Kamara and the team are connected the midfield and the attack. Into yes the PSG team will lose balance. And yes because Vendes na abanim, Enrique abanim, Florent Balagun so Emma Kwan said you yes about the PSG team no. Guys na omo weapons omo bebe animu no omo ntimi double up effort no nti ya na game na nyina akwa Bradley Bakola, and this season he just on fire nti no one so omo yin afrim nti wo hwe ya with that quality goal, but a real game no omo timi eluso. And this is not the PSG team of Abranti FN Gigi Donnarumma in post Sofanov another ponim nti woni matured top quality goalkeeper in poster. Se muye di obetimi as a situation no. Inti enwa it was Monaco all over the place, and the moment omotimi destabilized the midfield of PSG no, they know me good to go. Inti the only area ahead of the game against Chelsea, Obi say in the absence of Fabian Ruiz and João Neves no, someone intimi anya fit for that particular game. How will coach IFN Luis Enrique ebeseti happen team at the Parc des Princes? And he said, yo, Monaco working so hard to make sure say also mutimi win the game no, and I know the pay off mutimi win it. Luis Enrique also how to find the balance in midfield in the absence of João Neves and then Fabian Ruiz. You know free wa. You who Liverpool almost shut my friend Wolverhampton. Na say Oshe baby na Wolves eda the last time omo ball. Now we loss of concentration about Liverpool side more they consider those 2 goals. Now said you say about be no opportunity to play Wolves again. They also and says you would they tell home because Wolves for no at home omo making sure say baby omo da in the Premier League now so omo points no omo they call many until omo to secure those points no. But say new opportunity, and you know there are games where one-off games players can motivate themselves to play. And said that I don't know. But so team Kessben say new opportunity. You know, na a day. So we team as a situation. And then it was Liverpool. Said you baby no mafa. Said there be and go say to omo no. And ya dey say omo ebe plan asama to omo bio. And gradually omo self into the competition very well. And one person as a do, and if people are concerned about him here, Andy Robertson. It looks as if say Liverpool confirm Milos Kake say Andy Robertson I am ready. Into Omra no me to no me board the left back. But anytime Bia Andy Robertson being had the opportunity to play be as a do. Who's a bobo on man who's a yes and wasa. But I am penning for now that not to chair because they feel said they are moving on from Trent and the Robertson era no, to a new era in Jeremy Frimpong and then Milos Kakes and so and he was just super, and anytime be everywhere be nanko Tottenham Hotspur cry. Time season no about transfer never be do baby nanko Tottenham Hotspur. But anytime be as a Joe obenya chance na wa Jesse e dia Liverpool no abo game ni bia oboma hunu say Abrante ne modebo esodi na ye tena na mpanimfo na dina Atlantic. Mo Salah cannot stop scoring said you. Mo Salah cannot stop scoring, and Oshe go tia almost the last time, and Enra Osato atna editia umti Salah numbers ni dey say do no time on free Premier League no na the number ni just crazy. Until Liverpool once again almost almost see about you know bounce back in just less than 5 days asa aba beti omo aba share Wolverhampton by 3-1.
In my require my man for call Wolves one for Lusu bet sa 2 games no.
So omunya agidi say
PSG in Monaco. Emma Achino o Lusu enya kasa game no kwa. We need over 50,000.
There's a PSG game in Guana, Ebutia.
In Ebutia.
One was sent PSG.
Oh, do we blame you? Now we need you.
We need to be obeying. Come friend catches the checking rest away. Okay, Anna. Was he do a BMC and a funny trip?
Actually, seriously.
Because how would you think the PSG will lose 3-1
at
home
against Monaco?
Yeah.
Na be din ti I'm sure say eno
me so bia
obi ordinary fa bia na be be fa no but and we say this season yes at this enra na PSG were injuries concerns especially in their midfield because the iconic PSG midfield will be him say João Neves, Fabian Ruiz and then Vitinha. That is the iconic midfield. So in their absence and omokofa Drew Fernandez and then Zaire Emery. So Mumpe Vitinha and Juma saying Monaco for year and was that ye be Jamana Mabobono. Let's sit back and then take your chances. And indeed they took their chances very, very well. General to beat PSG or Parc des Princes by 3-1. Any easy achievement. I'm not too sure say be a Champions League game no soon a woman so but I think say injuries are another issue. And don't forget say in November Monaco sa share PSG Stade Louis Doué on home grounds by Elongo Mekai this Japanese guy Takumi Minamino that goal and make sure say Monaco share PSG and even in the Champions League it wasn't easy. So mobile Parc des Princes by 2-2. And Tiakamia say Monaco gradually has the confidence to play PSG even in Stade Doué. Home and away it was 5-4 aggregate in favor of PSG. It tells you it was so close a battle. In Tenra na Monaco for me too sure they could go in and get the results 3-1. General, we in PSG about 72% of possession, only 28 to Monaco by the end of the day. Some 20 shots, but shots no finding and I'm only 6 hard target. And to do baby of football no is about identifying opponent's strength. Also strength, then you play to your ability, not making sure say when you are the results. No, seriously, say PSG, nya Fabian Ruiz ne omu players ne pre-prana. I think so much. I also agree with Andy. Say last season it was Hakimi and then
Nuno Mendes.
Yes, Nuno Mendes, and of course this boy, Ivorian boy, Obama Francis.
Desiree Doué.
These were the guys. But I say omunyina form no abba form kakra. Even Kvaratskhelia krano and Tissel last season. But they may have to pick it up. Bradley Barcola is playing well, but not to say the wenya ibia Dembele mujrem no moye jumande momo. Well, you give it to Monaco. PSG they omunya careful because league na done deal. As you speak, 3 points, 4 points, and a money Lens and Lens has a game to play. Into Somu Convenia, as a channel say, aka 1 point, and a PSG in term. PSG has divided attention because they have Champions League, they have League Cup, and then they also have the Ligue 1 to contend. A Basa who opponent now they are cano league in Onguano. Udiagra Obinya advantage, and it could be very devastating for you, especially injuries or the Mawa. It's general things here Bebo Monaco for Abaso for that resounding victory.
Who's Liverpool no way?
Miana, the nan coming back and round Gomuha. That's your boy. You know, super. Cody Gapo. This season the form in Nkoyi, especially the second half of the season. And Liverpool fans now raise concern say the coach need to give that young guy the opportunity. And you know, and now run the show no right to brutal. But pure Bejibo be who say it jada in the twist and turn his ability to take on defenders, when his shooting abilities, who say when you player, a young player, what the confidence to play, and then and only a Jumana oh yeah. Inti OTA commentator no after the game, the reaction of the Liverpool fans are almost there be going for the coach need to bench Cody Gakpo, give this boy the opportunity to play. And you know, Abranti and the say Liverpool for any chair I'm a fan from Chelsea kwa anytime bia. Omo be money few minutes on the field of play. And so your football and I said you have many chances are. There be a hot ranting how you and say the few opportunities you make sure you make good use of that opportunity. And then only idea Abranti and Salah, Curtis Jones, all those guys scored goals, but then the guy was so delighted to watch.
And the watching here, Usheno, a woman Ubanton Wanderers, the first a Premier League game no Louisiana. For me, a free bench by was awful. Or give you ball be pray away. Yes, he's 17 years, very skillful, very talented. But Ganacho Niamani Biom on your consistent performer. And Obama top-notch performance. The next day, Nkoyi against Wolves. So I'm saying, this guy is becoming wasteful. As when you're born or the confidence for take-ons, but he ends up giving away so many balls. So obetumi ama performance or the man Liverpool runner. Then Godigaku in he's only 17 years. Intima man for son Rachi Bibri. This was an FA Cup against maybe the weakest team in the Premier League. In the top-notch games, many coaches will not risk it. I think say why yeah there the playing time no enkosro, but to bench Kodikakpo for him for me he's not convinced me yet.
I feel said after the game against Newcastle United will be a game changer. And I can take coach they taking it from there. But still I decided so the number bench. And once in the Premier League in Ankasano. So Spain and Combe match but in the Premier League, they don't feel like risking those young guys. They feel say the level of competition, the power, the drive, the intensity, the speed of the game. You need young guys to adapt and adapt very well. Michael Foden in kakran. Even when he was scoring goals that everybody felt say Foden need to start for Manchester City. Pep said no. Also Fred. I think it is only Bukayo Saka and now on my money the opportunities are from the young age our body about and mostly so free chroma crowd are now in your favor. But so you're outsider, they feel say no. The system is different. You need to adapt and adjust very well.
Kupama si when free city come that's why no send no mo ye na ubano ayamana bebubi onye start sa. So I agree with you.
It is sanity.
Okay.
Now to the Madrid game.
Yeah.
Sefanko can now say Madrid for here coach omunya de omoye no. But big teams now be Madrid especially. Problem Makala Ancelotti nya last season pay injuries. But in Madrid, they won't accept any excuses. So be a pra. Whichever player that you assemble, they are expecting you to win. That is Madrid. And they won't be different from any other club. So yes, I do not say team now. But the teams after all the injuries, they still have good squad than Celta Vigo. But again, team you are on the quack of Bobo no the setup be bad. You need certain players on the field of play because they do. So Ulusu Meletao, Ulusu Jude Bellingham, Ulusu Rodrigo, Ulusu Kelele Mbappe, Ulusu Dani Ceballos, Alvaro Carreras Niwa. What Ulusu half of the team? Because Rudiger Bobola in that no debo. Asensio or man the opportunity born untime mo. And no Trent Alexander-Arnold. Chacun of us must swear back. A ye born in free and as experienced as he is. Oko committed such error. Emma Bogai glasses etekano. Again, so the ball ne kwadi mo but back of Javi Garcia, Carl Starfelt, and then Marcos Alonso. Treback or Mobono. And Oscar Migueza on the right. Inti Omo and Moriba and remain just in front of the back line with Radu in post. Inti Omo could go to the air so betting yes. And the only channel of supply for the Madrid team is Vinicius Junior and Kwan. Inti no one said that be Omo in Alcogu right ho. No more lodi ho. Omunya lodi hope game nasa. There can be a range of passing. There was no due to create anything. There was no Kylian Mbappe to cause any magic. There was no Rodrigo to create weight in attack. Inti yes almost a Madrid for ne bre. And no defense near very weak. And then Manchester City were advantage over them. Unya the ball need do defense hope. Rudiger to top pass so Asensio Nkoyi. Into you now push you kakra you know omu be create omu abe committee errors and have poor positioning at their back line now. It's how Madrid they struggle throughout in terms of defending. But finally, Federico Santiago Valverde etimi airborne homodin enya that second goal ni mom. Ni a pon years ago and no hate ball na ball ni deflect ya ball etimi ekoto atenem. Nti Madrid are not playing well, to be honest. They need to be careful against Manchester City, especially their defense. But injuries from last season, this season, but it is Madrid, and nobody talks about that. But one thing, clear. Brantia, your friend Olien Chomene, who is having a very good second season, and the games are about to also from Benfica, Real Vallecano. Now she game ya clearly. The guy is back and is really playing very, very well for the Madrid side.
And the City is not playing well. So Madrid, the lineup we could not City anymore. Madrid
okay.
Because Ode Henra anymore Vini Pena this boy Adagula as I say or your false nine so body you then Diaz on the right. Nashe on my back line. Rudiger na Ebeka so a complete center back. Yeah. But on your fast, ni speed ni BBI. On your sense, Trent doesn't defend well. Mendy a refiniama bebri. Na me boy mo ye game na me ko Madrid bench. Andy, ode mpacho ye names and one the bench. Palacios, Gonzalo Garcia, and Hell Juan Pominimno. Lunin is a goalkeeper. Then you talk about Aguado. There's nobody there. Frank Garcia. Fati will go free. Lamini Fati.
Now a young boy.
Sestero. This is Real Madrid. Bench like Obi free bench. Kraba bed. Abe change game at Madrid. Injuries has been a major problem for them. But to say the Andicano for Real Madrid, nobody listens to an excuse. You should deliver. But realistically, Madrid is suffering from injuries.
Okay. You the matches.
Okay. You know, I started from the Derby de la Madonnina. AC Milan versus International Milan. It was San Siro. Inter Milan are 10 points. And AC. And so, you know, I have 57-47. So we'll check it on more points now. No credit me, Inter for na team. Now share ball Inter for ball. Now the share La League Italian Serie A no more that first na yana any kakakra. It show how competition above them in the Italian Serie A. But again in the first round of the season, Inter for no and Timmy anya she Emma Tima Efeno AC mom etimi away in that particular occasion. AC Milan no more 24 games unbeaten run until Parma Beshomo. Now the last game against Cremonese. Ne mwa ye din di ama omo no be lose hope and on say match na man fo kofi sa ate said ye Tottenham Hotspur de ni see no but you know yiwi ye no na Pavlovic ene Leao etinya ba benya 2 goals e de ama team a friend Milan amoma timi awene enso ewo ho so for Inter Milan team na the only problem benya na say Lautaro Martinez is not likely to play into Esposito ene Thuram ene betimi a lead line de amoma AC Milan team no general o hwe back line na eni kakakra o hwe the level Milan Fikayo Tomori o hwe Winter no ababa hwe Pavlovic no hwe Selmakers and Massimiliano Allegri always choose to go in for 3 back plan midfield ni okay or more the former Monaco Fofana or more Adriano Rabiot and then they have the register in Luka Modric now Ro the Modric and fekeke anytime bia omukura ball no Modric na wase ball no mo bomba no in midfield na onu mumu direct the style of play no anytime on person do the final third of the pitch Modric should be there acting as the connector between the midfield and the attack and then only the exact rule Massimiliano Allegri di amana obo say the be ya on to Enrique bebrebe and 2 central midfielders around him into omulusu ball na quickly said you no ma close gap no ma game no e the ball number and then Christian Pulisic Rafael Leao and so ewo ho more the likes of Nicolas Fulkrug almost betimi a free chaba ofo we say Christopher Nkukwa all these guys are there almost betimi a free bench and so aba ewo eye omani more but obi anim say another rule of the ama Rafael Leao is not playing from the left anymore or the right anymore or behind the striker ne obo Rafael Leao as number 9 all because Opeso improve the goal scoring abilities no into that is the rare or the ama Rafael Ebo Inter issue be at the back line the likes of Manuel Akanji is there, Bisek is there, Bastoni oho, DeMarco oho, Luis Enrique oho, midfield of Barrera, Zelinski, Kahal Chakadoglu, and in upfront Medical Kase, Turam, and then Esposito are the guys to lead the line. Inter were holding from all angles. Defense, midfield, goalkeeping, and then attack. But AC Milan, so actually games no omo bona. A games are omo ebony the determination and the ball edema almost side anytime omo ball the Derby for the Virgin Mary who say determination na mebia AC the but again the experience level of Massimiliano Allegri eya na task say bibia fotima your friend AC Milan for quality it is Inter, for consistency it is Inter, but you know game Derby there sebo ball that one stadium na mo ba wo a obetimi ayire ho na otimi about the kind of baller coaches never making sure so obebono you are good to go. And with the form of Inter Milan said you I'm going for Inter Milan to AC Milan and so a wait for Inter Milan in that particular game. Barcelona cause some mess. No more against Atletico Bilbao. Now what Osha Bilbao no, you know, almost last 4 games omo bono, omo de baso enipa. Omo pick 10 points out of the 12. Now omunya win against LT, win against Levante, and omunya win against Cosizibos Real Oviedo. And omuni Real Vallecano bebo draw. Inti omo last 4 games omo bono, enya de ese tima your friend Atletico Bilbao etimi Elisubi. Again, can Barcelona obeying in the performance of Barcelona in the Spanish La Liga, they've been outstanding. It is difficult to stop them. No obeying himself Villarreal beating BB against them. But Shehawa omu making sure say General omu Villarreal omu the Villarreal bet 2 omu leveler omu ntimi and stop omu ewo. Ni nyina ye the exploit of the young sensational Lamine Yamal and I said you onusu etimi boya otimi win here against Atletico Madrid. You who the kind of game omu boy omu take game no to ATM defended with 10 men, 3 goals no omu timi share, but finally koye pass nowhere. Bibian timi anko yam farmer FC Barcelona. Now with the Bilbao team, they only have the back line to contend with. Team ayefreno Atletico Bilbao omu defense na experience bebre wo omu so omu the likes of Enrique Williams, who is not playing so well. Or more the likes of Unai Gomez up front, Guruzeta Belidi line with 5 goals scored for Bilbao. Oshin Sanchez has been there for a long time and honorable behind the main striker. Riro will be at the heart of midfield, but again, Benetti on the left, Aroso on the right, Danny Vivian, and then Emerick Laporte. Again, coach in the meeting said this Beko back 3 with Ata Perades, Danny Vivian, and Emerick Laporte. In Tibasa team in the do. So no Moba. Mark Bernard back is playing very, very well for Barcelona. Fermin Lopez has been on and off. Daniel Olmo has been on and off. But at least attack in there. Rafinha is expected to score, so we have chance now. Lamine Yamal to create the magic on the left, and Benetti the experience and they decided to say, "Oh, best stop Lamine Yamal there." But you know, I don't think say omu enough to stop Barcelona. And anytime a Barca ne Bilbao bebobia, obo se Barca ho de no e was slow. It's a game. It was some mess there. The other William, you know, injuries, and this season the guy had been off. Into the BIA and I'm say Spain team na Obia who say your favorite to win the World Cup. Injuries are how more pa. Look at Rodri, look at Fabian Ruiz, look at Nico Williams. Say you, all these guys are not playing well, and these are the campaigns of the Spanish national team for the World Cup. But more time, let's see if things will work out for them. But Barcelona win, you know, I'm expecting Barca to win at the San Mamés. Newcastle United they bought against Manchester City at the St. James's. So you, I think the last 3 weeks, it was a difficult game for City. But City are one team. So almost person pressure almost get the job done in time. So the bear pressure more almost be until the game against Forester. Almost so Anderson Elliott to best and Bibia Edema team friend in Nottingham Forest. Now you against Manchester United say Newcastle United team no so be almost a no omo and even with one man down, check the level of determination on the ball that particular game against Manchester United. Gradually, it looks as if they are moving on from Bruno G. Prana Otimi Eprano, and it's likely so no be free on next season alongside Sandro Tonali. And oh yeah, game no against United now. Sandro Tonali controlled the game and directed the game very well in midfield. Into Omar Messi Bruno G, and look at the transitional player na Joeliton Eddie alongside Jacob Ramsey. Into omuni issues to be in their midfield. The only problem no, you best actually the battle between Danny Ben and Ellen Holland the NC ye Etihad Abra no mobile EP and you best who be 3PR is there. Louis Saul is okay. Into omo backline, omo bona consistent backline and a bebo. The only problem when you say Javi Barnes is not consistent. Watermadi is not consistent. Anthony Langa is not consistent. But hey, Omo Anthony Gordon. And their boss who it had in Genoa. It was still Gordon who run the show throughout Footy my friend in Newcastle United. Until only one player. I don't know. Say Eddie Howe be prefer so be bono as number 9. Because nonsense or prefer say or be boy Langa on the right. Now about Javi Barnes on the left. Now Anthony Gordon about top. All because of the typical counter-attacking issue. So much ball no musi wachia. Untum the can no the ball echo. And Man City, all their centre backs are available. Ruben Diaz, Mark Guehi, the likes of John Stones, almost centre backs in our back. But Newcastle United, a game on board, and Ocean Nottingham Forest game on board. Or Manchester, you just need to push them because this is not the dominant Manchester City anymore. Or moment for them yet tick. Or moment for them yet for them. Omotimi maintain possession na they know who close spaces in nkwa. This time ubetimi akoto to them and unya confidence na ubetimi anya something out of Manchester City. Enti a game as a do is 50-50 but may call double chance for Manchester City or this particular game because Newcastle United apart from Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United this season or more against the big teams na na enter enkoyi emfa emma omo. Chelsea against West Ham, and you know, I don't think that is a difficult game at all. It will be Chelsea be benchy other players. No, mama, are they?
Oh, they be so.
Oh, you know, I'm more against.
Oh, necessary. That means, unnecessary names. That's what.
Seven goes in there.
Yes.
It's a match we didn't care. On cafe channel was a game we were.
The game was over.
Match a bit difficult to even predict the starting level. Because Chelsea a bit more resty place.
I'm very resty.
Rest.
No more fun come matches out bad.
And it's a match now. I'm quite not so bad. Every kid.
I'm
busy about had
Yeah, two quick comments. One on Liam Rosinier, Ninsamo Akafa, Joao Pedro, and then Patrice Evra also hitting at Paul Scholes. First of all, Liam was in there. I say, Abranti friend Joao Pedro. He's now in the same level with Harry Kane, Erling Haaland, and then Kylian Mbappe. My dreams are on Tony Boasekakra. Akwadane Yadi. So far, he's doing well. Meka Joao Pedro. At least, Ocean trajectory now from Watford to Brighton and then to Chelsea. At least he's not been bad as a young up-and-coming striker. Currently, he's 24 and TNT saw a young babe. But in Brighton, the first season, he gave 9 goals in all competition. Then, the second season, he gave them, I think, 10 goals. Then, Obebo Club World Cup, Chelsea, and almost 3 goals, so 13. Then, currently, he has 17 goals in all competition. I think so Brighton, at a point in time, in the first season, he gave them 20 goals, yes, in all competitions. So, 20, 13, 17. That's a consistent attacker. General, he's very good. And then, 17 goals, you know. At least, so show more top Premier League chart now. You talk about Erling Haaland, you talk about Igor Tudor, then you talk about our own Antoine Semenyo, then Abrante and Dini, Joao Pedro. Interestingly, he's the only one on share go from the penalty. Madrid say as Chelsea progress, some person we no focal point, no case on your main stay attacker, and so much no say penalty no money ball. maybe Kupama does it so well that nobody want to risk it. By Pempi, strikers yeah, goes Cheji Omo de Obinya Nanka team no neighbor penalty. Erling Haaland takes the penalty for Man City. Igor Theodore has scored 18 goals. Yes, 18 goals, and I think 6 of them by way of a penalty. But this guy, all the 14 league goals from open play, it makes him good. But I think that ordinary Kotuni patenting on Drew Hurricane, on Drew Erling Haaland, on Drew Mbappe into Nyabu Trempamano. The last one is on A.N. Sema Patrice Evra Ekaino. You see, Paul Scholes, I was actually also surprised about the comment. Obibeka said yes, any teammates, any Mike Carrick, and are we saying someone criticizing and he has every right. But Mike Carrick, baby, the comment by right after the Newcastle game. Obeka say or share ni mu say Carrick be folly. Now about Beka Kasan some of their fan. And for me,
Zerango, before you continue, Posco so I can't ask them that before Nazan was able to do within the week or see coach here was say Manchester United co-founded by Carlo Ancelotti.
Yes. Me tia imagine him say Carlo Ancelotti available and yeah Mike Carrick sem. Me tia imagine him say Man United should still be on the market. But right after that defeat, Andy, so no origin who decided to can one original and could delete post no. After bashing her, then he went back to delete that Instagram post. And Abrantia, a friend of Evra, say Paul Scholes misfired. And he thinks, once again, he wants to tell the lies of Paul Scholes, Gary Neville, and then Roy Keane. These are also his teammates. Say a TV so akasa de AFO. Name coaching Jumano and that form. He thinks Man United fight here top phone him. Into these kind of criticisms, especially after a bad result like this, is not good coming from the legends. And I think that baby Ujirano, a ho and a Missumijira. That result was a bad result, but I don't think it's enough for anybody to call for the head of Michael Carrick. For the whole 2026, that was the first defeat for Man United, and that shouldn't be enough for those criticisms.
Okay. Yeah. Patrice Evra now, meaning aside that too, there's a Luis Enrique will be a dream coach for Manchester United. Meaning,
you know, I think
also, I love this man. I love his philosophy. Okay, the job is done at PSG by bringing them a Champions League with Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar. It's a fantastic job. Yes. On one
yes, General. I think that was it Friday and Rana and Rich. And I'm able coaches no mukana. I say for me, United or choice, I'll also go for Luis Enrique. General will be beer we here. Born or Barbon ye. We are not the free one to coach Barcelona and coach PSG and be successful. As a transfer clout, say as a coach be a big, and then Luis Enrique drew on them. We are not the free one share a PSG team no and a honum no. After making after say a Messi a free one name a free all those big boys a free honum. For him to decide that Dembele will be a winger or be pushing as a centre forward, Kvaratskhelia and then Desire Doué here and that midfield. Nina on one about share you. Vitinha before Luis Enrique, Obian share the name Nisa, Fabian Ruiz, Luis Enrique, Neves, and even Juma Oye or Mendy Ashraf, and then look at the central defense. So teams that were building a team. And the team next year now so conquer French League na Walla or the Champions League and finally winning the Champions League, progressing to the Club World Cup final. And still I'm looking back, even though they are not playing so well as you expect, injuries are been, but I think that Luis Enrique has done enough. So you are available among the coaches United Asian. May after Carlo Ancelotti, he will be my next choice.
So PSG na Manchester United is who and mean available coach now.
United is far bigger than PSG.
Okay.
And do baby. Also send me now.
Available.
They are available. Na me
man one zone.
Oh, so at the end of
on the coach no.
Coach.
And you coach.
Oh, na me dey na coach ni be choose. Say na me can say say coach ni be decide the first thing I make and say one United is far bigger than PSG. We are no free honoma. So the team G Champions League we now so the need Club World Cup final. E kamia kwezi we juma wo honum no. Where we are nessa. A lot of coaches would want to take a new challenge. And coaching in the Premier League makes you also huge. Enti Semeyono and Nase be a Luis Enrique. I was suspecting say the United job will interest him after what he has done with PSG. And the power shot then power naka is all yedima PSG. Waji BBS is wajibia. French League no normally cup ni BBA waji BBA. The kind of Club World Cup will do final. Into say United job no hope. Now what you sure of self finances are here. Obinya that supporter. It's more likely we say that he's paid his due in the French league and they would want to move to
United,
the Premier League.
Yeah, far
bigger than PSG.
Okay, so history as well, okay.
History.
But currently in Europe,
PSG about better football in United, but they are still not bigger than Man U.
Oh, Europe, see.
Yes,
current.
Yeah, big. They are not bigger than Man U.
Oh, okay.
They are on form. Omu Bobo Papa, Omu team, Omu Sasidi, but they are not bigger than Man U. Even now.
Okay. Only say
PSG. You know, Man United there. Next to Madrid, any team get to. But so you coaching Man United.
Who feels any me no available?
Maybe Enrique met them PSG.
What PSG? Okay.
Me or no met them PSG.
Okay.
Because of pressure. Present here.
Say
you present.
So boys with sharp teeth.
Yes, and materials are.
And we a big coach. Andrew level be and take risk.
Taking
go
risk.
To the Premier League.
I agree,
but how not big boys in the
not all coaches will accept Real Madrid job. Says you coach team you first let me club will be discussing. Man United. One also play a proud Man United. Nobody. They are not interested in that. It is a win-win-win situation. And even a 2G to the Nana Kawan. One time, what this guy say, Kotoko 4 Bomati to play a strepra. One a bit. Ubienti. So, General United, and Tina Post Google class, it is the hardest job. Until you be a, said you, taking risk. You be a, only boss. You be a comfort zone. You be a the Opebia on Sabeka, because Luis Enrique said you, PSG. Previous year there was so much pressure. Say kanena enka mati sia olusu enka wati ultras nenka enka wati anasal akalafi monka enka wati meetings upon meetings. But Luis Enrique, he is the Pep Guardiola of the Manchester City team. The waba be no big coach is by omantimi. Tomato Kel played the Champions League final. Clearly, ono na the most balanced Paris Saint-Germain team. Opa ko home team no de lose to Bayern Munich in the final no. Herrera mo na na bomb it foot. But so you were very good teamer. So Franco said Hakim ma dey put in form, but nobody is discussing that. Manchester United na no meeting so mo in edi dia go dalu at time. I was shocked just because when you one bad day. Into United, you know, you'll be scrutinized. Everything you'll be scrutinized. But PSG okay, £100 million player only will be anchored discuss it. Man, you need to go through the process. And so no matter how far Oko benchi will be no binya asama. Only Dembele. One of the games against us now, Dembele ama. One of the games, Dembele question, you know, in the Premier League, if you cannot sustain the pressure, the fire will be too hot. One we are kitchen will be pee. In Tisaoye, the Carlos type on Antonio Conte said Obama United or don't bear fight, but within half a season. Or don't bear fight. But we will be the Carlo type of coach or no pressure be able to be gunachi. He get the job done. I feel that Luis Enrique will through the level also of the Premier League. At the point Chelsea for fan almost on table fu. No me the kofa Enzo Maresca mobile. Me jitu mu say Man United say omunya Luis Enrique he will build something different for them, especially the season now almost person moving into now almost setting up a new midfield. Casemiro will leave, Manuel Ugarte will leave. Ebeba be come the mainstay. I foresee Bruno the next year or two. Bruno too will leave. Obeba be build a different style, a different brand of football, and a quality team. The among. But can he sustain the pressure? Obeka so a coach Barcelona.
And you coach Barcelona. Edo Mujela Liga. Eji Champions League, Eji Club World Cup, Eji Super Cup. Na ko coach PSG, Eji Champions League, Eji League ano, Eji Sani many nyina bia.
He's a big coach.
Who a big team?
He's a big coach. Yeah. He's a big coach.
You should be comfortable and be bold and come to the Premier League.
The comfortability, the table. The comfortability here, and they say, when you are a Catalan and you are coaching Barcelona, the system is clearly different for you.
But at least we're moving from Catalonia.
I agree. That is why I'm saying, if you are talking about
the most demanding club in France.
Yes, if you are talking about the grade A coaches, he's up there. Of course. With the very best. Enrique General Unimejuma. Man United in Ghana. I'm not saying he shouldn't accept the United job, but of the two, I'm
surprised person now Kasa. Who no challenge.
They be say we are only assessing the two sides.
Yes. No, he will be more comfortable at
that is what I'm saying.
But where he has reached, I think.
No, yes, you need to take that challenge. I agree. Because Italy will be able to play a man the open in the Premier League. Even it's a bomb of a croissant. Aston Villa croissant general, they can buy 45 million pound, 50 million pound player for you. Until United they say, "Oh, Omonia Enrique, come eduman and see Eddie Amaomo." But for comfortability there, what now PSG will be carrying.
Okay, if we intro to one of the Yemra issues kakra. Na fe ball and so whole weekend Division 1 matches whole weekend and na fe GPL matches and so a weekend Yenra nations actually Bechem United show mo ka bako miensa omo entimi anse adabraka. All right, my musa mo ya aware say Chelsea are close to agreeing personal terms with Mohamed Kudus.
Chelsea.
But whose story? No matter say speculations. Whose story? No matter say speculations.
Liverpool, so ne Man U under Pierre Kalulu.
Yeah, Pierre Kalulu.
Pierre Kalulu off.
Yes.
Liverpool and who? Liverpool.
Manchester United.
Manchester United. Yes. Pierre Kalulu, Man United. No. Why Man United? No. And I'll come talk about the Kudus one. Man U omu Mazrai. Kalulu onyadi enje Mazrai. Okay. Omu Diago Dalu. I don't think Kalulu is better than two. You know, Mazrai is a good player. Okay. I don't think United will race to go in for a right back who isn't a special right back. Kalulu on a special right back. Inti onye Donzel Dumfries. If it's about Dumfries, I'll take it. If it is about Di Lorenzo, probably I will accept that. But Kalulu said, "Yo, onye so much quality. The level no ne the United is same. I don't think say United will go for him."
Unless then be Nkomobi or Jose Dalu be kwa na be otherwise.
Now Liverpool. Yeah. Liverpool they said, "Yo, Conor Bradley and the other guy, Jeremy Frimpong." Said, "Yo, Jeremy Frimpong you are Dominic Szoboszlai and Omdene Kobo right back." So for that particular area, Liverpool is here backup. Frimpong is general. Apart from the backup, Jeremy Frimpong say one player you are not sure. Say he'll give you 10 games in a row. Or about 2, 3, no, actually. Or about 1, 2, no, actually. Into issues about consistency and or your plug with injuries. Into Liverpool help a right backer. I totally agree. At least a Juventus right back. Now about Liverpool, I think it's spot on for Liverpool. So they bear Dominic Szoboszlai, that energy, that drive, that combating in midfield. No subetimi the Steven Gerrard energy no obetimi di amomo because Dominic Szoboszlai ball in midfield alongside Florian Wirtz and then Ryan Gravenberger. I think say there will be stability or McAllister, Ryan Gravenberg, Dominic Szoboszlai. There will be stability and proper balance in midfield because they do or the beer on here from a midfield and back to the table for Liverpool right back for Kalulu. They don't have any surprise now. Kudus Mohammed, the event I want to say
figures in Abamo
Kudus,
yes, 40 million.
The event I want to say number one,
yeah,
Kudus only a good season, and only number one,
yeah,
only a good season. Number two, injuries SIA Hano. And you know, it is not easy to sell a Tottenham Hotspur player to Chelsea. May I forget here also. It is not easy for a player to move from Tottenham to Chelsea. Again, the William story still let us show. It is difficult. I agree for the position, you know, Kudus. You know, you saw a number 10. But Kudus if you saw by England, the position on the neighbor by right and left. Number 7 and number 11. Now on the left of Chelsea, omo Jimmy Gettins, omo Alejandro Garnacho, omo Pedro Neto, into Hong Kong, omo Miensa. On the right side of Chelsea, they have Estevan Willian, Pedro Neto bo, Kopama bo. Into Chelsea, baby, a tria pani and 10-10-1. If you want to talk about the number 10, what share the last 2 coaches of the Chelsea team? Enzo Maresca, Liam Rosinia. Now, under Enzo Maresca, in big games, Obama says Casedo as number 6, Rui James as number 8, no pushy Enzo Fernandez to number 10. Now, Liam Rosinia by before the last game of boy and said you, Obo Casedo as number 6, Andre Santos as number 8 because or say or Obi Obama the push pass, direct pass from the central midfield to the attack into the number 8. No pushy Enzo Fernandez as number 10. Then who was the Kopama ebo half winger, half midfielder, whether on the right or on the left, and only the ordinable. Into areas now Kudus Bonina, you know, Romeo Latvia and Sokramai. Into areas now Kudus Bonina for me, it is not about say Jimmy Gettins some more Garnacho Muya ahead of Kudus. No, but I feel say those areas are occupied. And Chelsea, I don't see them paying 40 million for a Kudus in just a season. Our Tottenham was player only an explosive season. I don't think said that story. You know, sorry, I also a man so much.
See, Andy, a bit many a doubt, but let's assume they are interested. Names now, Bonefa, Nyoma Feni Kudus.
No, I've already said that.
Jim Gaitins, or Munina, Nyoma Feni Kudus. And don't forget, Liam Rosinier came in the middle of the season. Inti boys were better or domo yeduma. Coach be a player be with some qualities. Onyi inti so take over and do transfer window now. Ubohunsa he will be going for that player with that quality. Kudus for me in terms of Yenkita ball ni see. Yen joggle ball no. Yen jibon na pressure and free and so near no. He does it better than any other Chelsea player. Maybe Sir Chelsea so penna Kudus will start in Chelsea.
Okay.
Either on the right, on the left. Okay. Kopama in Dean in England here the Juma Chelsea Kopama with the ball he works.
Okay.
But without the ball, Kudus give you more. I'm not saying so Kobenchi Kopama, but what I'm saying is Sir Chelsea near Kudus now. Some way somehow the 3 players behind the number 9, he will get a playing position.
Okay. All right.
And the current form, you see, Ubekaya, Chelsea na komu kofa Kuduso, last minute, and a Tottenham, Ekofano. Na Chelsea proposed cash plus player to West Ham. Then last minute he opted for or the saying Tottenham Hotspur. So Omar scouting for long. They know him until they will not judge him penny injury or. Even at Tottenham, he started well. And a call from Kakrana injury and set it in. So if a team wants Kudus, they will not judge it based on current ECB. They've done a lot of scouting on him.
Okay. Imagine Kudus ball regularly in Chelsea. Now, Semenyo for Man City, near 2 or 3 others. I almost been a ball regularly. Our Premiership. Black Stars.
Probably after the Egypt team with Mamouche and then Ofa Obi at say skill set na deceive we kakra for production. Oh yes.
Okay.
You know Kudus Odion. Kudus is now the game changer of the side. I feel Kudus by the skill set and naturally Ghanaians you know a pesa skill set no or train or that down. But this guy is direct. Nobody had so much belief in him because all analysis say or was something different from the other wingers and clearly Oche. But at Liverpool, I said there be on track kakra. Even at City, crossing Kema World Cup in Imra. We were saying the same thing for AS Semenyo at Chelsea. But we are saying that Kudus will start at Chelsea. But you know what? The kind of work this guy put in, Kudus will put to start working in at the Premier League.
And the Kudus, you know, say from Ayaso. On say after Anthony, if you oba Manju, I be cracker say United went for the wrong winger from Ayas. Now the better one was Kudus, but not Anthony. Fast forward the season later, Kudus came to West Ham and was stealing headlines, you know, with the performance, the goals and assists and the celebration. Where you Kudus will be or your nonsense or any media a Jumani ye pa a baby or bayam hype no around him. A day no pejaya from Ayas West Ham to Semenyo Dabena Semenyo Peja. Semenyo started in Vansebia last season and even early this season till he moved there. Even when Semenyo moved to Man City, Kudus has not kicked the ball. Until se obi a plaisir and as obi plaisir Kudus and our Kudus would din since Semenyo and yes I keke. And you Kudus a Jumo yen from Baby a trim. I find a Semenyo Pija and that Semenyo didn't was so because he is giving us the goals and
the before Semenyo joining a Man City, Silana Kudus.
Kudus was so
Ghana, the biggest guy. Now
he's a star boy.
Kudus.
Yeah,
but still
he's still the star boy.
Semenyo at this point, any Kudus. Still the star boy in Kudus.
General said Kudus Abano starting or Bona. You see, Ghana for him in that.
Is Semenyo not a star boy now?
Maybe, but I think that Kudus Dino one day, but that's all. But currently, our star player will be Kudus. Currently, our star player will be Semenyo, sorry. But on the evidence of what the two have even given us to the national team, Semenyo national team no nye result. Kudus live up to ne performance. But in the national team, Kudus has been better than Semenyo.
Wow.
In Tianyama was say in Ghana, Kudus is the star boy.
Still.
Again, Kudus yenim no ha yenim nima. Semenyo no krom ha na say anaja me kram tie me nim ba bia.
Oh, no factor.
Yira. First time. Course Briano ne say yenim free hands ano. Ek fata e kan bi ba.
Football is man na onim bo na onim.
Mechi tum say onim bo. Make a din.
Okay.
Name. Mpachotuma say ye nimu say free hair ba oba waba bidura. You know Ghana athletes be brave nimu but gradually opa Gaza ne ho ya yeyumi. Mo graduate no mo so no nko dura bruchiri na bi Olympics games bi brane ombrane enka se Gaza ni. Obehu din owo. Nti edin ne de edu ba bia ye nimu wa ye nimu ena ma udin ne koso.
Okay, here discussion bi na me busa say we can't wait to see Kudus in Chelsea shirts. Now on this Semenyo, no airball. More especially Bibisa anytime soon. So other players which may join the Kudus in Semenyo at this level. What they compare, African countries are more area World Cup. Name the sort of players they call and on performance. Our major leagues. I'm saying you know.
Of course.
And you pull that it was a say. Who say anytime soon a movie which might join a Kudus this level. No.
General sir.
Major leagues not necessarily say EPL no.
Say even in the EPL, now may expect a lot from Isahaku. But on any Leicester no. And shut down faster. So it be obeba. I'm expecting so to us next season. It be because Semenyo shall say who no championship in him. And Upeja ya de buy. Ni oboy bi adoma. Obo championship na team ni buy Premier League and no go back. I'm expecting that. Apart from that, currently your boys never amonone no. Me shade hu ne ye expect say bia obinya transfer bi akọ big team bi na akoye starter. I'm not saying it.
Wow.
Most of the guys because Sibona he's still struggling even in Oviedo. He's still struggling. It's not a type we can say Chelsea could chase Spurs could chase and now West Ham could chase He may have to do more in the La Liga, even in those smaller teams. And generally it's still difficult to see say win you say there is this boy
what's Kamadi now Ghana?
Kamadi Soa.
Suleiman at Atlanta.
As I expect some corners be rising but SNA na akakakra ono na Isahaku.
Yeah. Okay. And then Yinso Akupra. Then ko oba Everton na de na masasa for boy no. Nyama
Dina na Nyama. He's one person and now no me expect say the trajectory no e be faster course pa but I'm also slow down.
African countries now air kono kra no. O say ebinum players ni bi names ni scary o. Compare emu hadodo.
You know,
yes.
No credit ni say.
Senegal. Egypt, Nigeria, other countries. So names no. You know how they book kakra.
You know I say your former some na name ko dia. Ko be ka say a Ghana team of Jordan are you as your number 9, Semenyo as your number 11, Kudus as your number 10, maybe Isahaku as your number 7, Thomas Tepate Sibo. At least if it's about name, form the name feels a kutiaye. But if it's about name there, Jordan has his name. Boys are mabubu ipate mobia woni din. But form the problem.
Senegal ni
Jordan teams
Nigeria
na
no, Nigeria ni Senegal ni Cote d'Ivoire maybe there somewhere. And maybe
omo compare.
You know that say
compare na me here no na defa.
Ghana some
Morocco, Egypt no ona me defa. African countries now call World Cup. Oh, do they Jordan
because of
the names I want to be then I say.
Matu say Senegal. Say Senegal.
Yes.
Cote d'Ivoire. Morocco.
Yes.
And Egypt na o kan dia.
O kan World Cup as almost
World Cup as almost you know
we mamush ne.
You know me ko.
Salah.
Na mu no gwazo mood.
Na sama mamush ne Salah Kudus ne yi.
Mo Salah. Is a rango.
Oh, me say,
yeah.
Over to say Mumwa.
Me say Salah ne, Mama Mushi. Eh, Semenyo ni Kudus.
Okay. Mumwa sa. Sana
pesa. Eh, Semenyo ni Kudus.
Okay.
The name Salah de Bemano. Semenyo can give you similar one.
All right.
The only thing is Salah the why toward the Semenyo nye.
Okay.
But sene, baby Semenyo jina ni Mo Salah jina no. If it's in the Premier League, trust me, Semenyo is doing far better than Mo Salah now.
You know potentially there. I den on zin nyina under 2017 na egu no eno na ema ye ntimi nya production line ni who say ajete move with the Wolfsburg but on also buy no or started from bench Kamal Di Suleiman paid your year or Southampton no be any so benya chance in any of the Leicester City Brentford but sedo ade ba konso Premier League nim so we a winger na sedo one for goals and Kahwa, Obedru top no bebre. And on our Semenyo is different. So I'm go check the goals of Kudus and Semenyo in the last 2 seasons. Semenyo book Kudus will be brebe.
Yeah.
It's a one for goals and Kahwa. I think Kudus gave iconic goals, memorable ones. Into Emobia Akai and the goals Libu Ayana no washing. But so one for goals and Kahwa. Eddie. Semenyo, she all the element in the eye of Everton. Monso more linking it to Man United. But you know, he's not scoring good for Everton. It is all of them. Shall we say small sir of Crystal Palace? You know, the game when the goals to come home. Into only say mostly no. I need in say Crystal Palace. Mono so now bocha age new side be na big teams na be fawa. I need and on has Zaha moment me after failing and Man United on Crystal Palace. One team ya matop bi. Unti ye games in there so do. Mimi say na mi senka kudu Fatawu Ishaku goals na all share in the championship at least kebeti ama any of the big teams na ba fano. But again, once anya fortunate na injuries na kobadodo. It said the injuries na bana. You know am for no more very careful with side injuries na ya enya ne pa. Omo nye age ni number 1. Into wo sa ko prepare to us no mo hwe the history of your injury na. Omo bo on ho ana because ono there. So we can win play na obo no the goals kan ho. Inti ka ono de nkobetimi enya chance in any of the lower table teams libi na ba be fa de amomo nuaman so said you Fulham Everton was after him unfortunately when timi ama and ono su ko pra afi na gradually or recover inti aye den ba said you Semenyo Blaster na the more diamond for him to perform but and now had a spotlight when you're in the Premier League na Kudus so nya former I think say for the Africa yentimi fa ye ho toto Morocco
utmi
Moses Simon
okay I know you
Moses Simon Chikoze to Nigeria bench Fatawu Ishaku bebo Jordan bebo
Fatawu and who else who did you know
me say Fatawu Ishaku Kamal Din and Jordan
countries na ebo born omu na call crowd omu na call up Senegal
NSRT bench Morocco
omu na call up Nigeria omu na call up Morocco Egypt mention them
Sejo.
Yem from gra.
Victor Boniface ama. Victor Boniface ama AFCON ni before Nigeria. Sadiq Umar of Valencia ama AFCON ni before Nigeria.
I see.
Omo system one to cause the bench. Onuachu, one of the top players in the Turkish league, he's on the bench. Omo bo Simon and Lukman. Nti Jordan Sabo is number 1 in Nigeria.
Wow.
For Nigeria,
That's a very strong statement.
Nigeria heading, Senegal heading,
Wow.
Cote d'Ivoire heading.
Yeah, big boys no nya call up. Countries are boy.
Oh, they have been. Na so you know we omo big boys.
Jordan nya big boy. Niama Kamaldeen nya big boy.
They know.
Fatah is
Jordan maybe a better for the Africa continent. He's probably even in the national team. Okay, play bit me in the aqua bontin by form and name. At least per the number of years, the experience, the consistency in terms of goals. But you know, look my money. You see me on her platform no mudina so no. But be omu prove you look my call ATM and say I don't all. They are playing so well over there.
Okay. Yantwa some fama we final whistle. Kessben Television, Kessben 3.392.9 Accra, DSTV FA programming live, 364. Samsung Go TV on the sofa programming live, channel 121. Mamincha, Suno J, Onyx, Suno AJ, wherever you are. Ultra Ghana no about. Meaning maybe I will say, wherever you are, Mamincha.
Of course, one knows.
Okwa Rusu.
Or to say, wow, flight to back. What do you know?
Okay. Yeah. Now we'll be all.
I'm a organizer.
Okay.
Me book you will be
okay.
Campaign manager.
Yes. But you know,
Now, bright grano. I said, we local boy power now. What rang another?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mako South Africa.
Okay.
Mako Nigeria.
Okay.
Mako Burkina.
Okay.
Mako Ivory Coast.
Okay.
Togo so Mako. Ghana ko share omo walk out qualify. And Mako Benin kotokone.
Macho. Kasi what to kwa fa Togo ni Nigeria.
There be say osi me yellow matra border. So sama kan. Me fa form kra matra border.
Intino eno ka osivi ho.
Mako.
Shakwa what to Cote d'Ivoire.
Mako Gabon.
Mako
Gabon.
Gabon, Benin, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, Togo.
And a house soon
And names of Bruce,
20 ana 20 akadi jige otimi nantiko
2050 house ni Joli Baso me ko Mali.
Okay.
And
West Africa into
I'm smart and take a
West Africa.
Oh, me chinchin.
Yeah, bad. Na kasa West Africa.
Mediterranean nanka.
Yeah.
Me church.
Na okwa baba de.
South Africa no biggest.
Oh.
Unya chance okwa baba.
Oh, me dem kwa me ba.
So.
Me kwa me ba. Na say ma cancel my flight senka on the 11th nanka me trip Qatar.
Okay.
Ticket ni na wa ba.
right. Baby I say you can obeba na nye ho na.
Anya wa ho ni.
O ka baby e utu ho na hu wa wi abetwa ho.
Oh, that be ba. Say you be ba.
The Andy there oko US you go do 1 month now by make it 1 week. Ne wo kwa baba.
Oh, me ba.
So. What's our age Morgan?
Me ba.
Okay.
Kwa me ba.
Right and kasa oni e mebi o ha o treasure of fee panty o many.
Ai, kika. Evanko.
No, no,
And bokiti evanko. And bokiti. Na many amra ba kan say.
Oh, they be treasures.
Right, I say hosubi o hosa now.
What the crowd o mokeka.
As I hold you, yeah. I want to see how many free referees here. I want to see the referee.
I want to mokeka nti hu.
Had there.
Oni nye de o.
How?
Nya no crowd e bia enye de na asem na wo ho. O to be 3 years wait bi de be so ko.
Referees no ha.
Ade atwa
Oh ha no.
There is a over fufu how.
No bibia ye mutu.
What is how unya no fo.
Say mutu.
Unya no simple.
Sabi we
ka
what dey pa o.
Munya di.
What we come 2 years still emfa.
I'm a high easy. That's what my high you go. Obia Juni. Okay, and
2 years.
Also. What do I cut to FNC?
What baby?
You know, as a Franco message by
Narrow message.
Saturday, no,
you never dream for
you mean I observe.
Nanka make us say on mail. 2 years, no be 3 months.
Always attack it.
We to go the 1 week, 2 years.
I think one
You know,
better.
2 years.
Media 3 months. I also the message. They were 2 days.
And all of it,
You know, me. And then the best me have
the Rambo ya good come for Anna. Oh, ya good come.
Massa.
We say tell us
if you write this job, we already have any problem.
Perry said no, where what to? Or say tell us Franco. Kudus almost sent West Ham to relegation. He is currently repeating it at Tottenham. A third of this situation will be disastrous. Chelsea don't need him. But those message
why would you say Kudus the West Ham call relegation? Okay. Player team call relegation. Now big clubs HAs, you know. Liverpool was interested, Chelsea was interested, Tottenham was interested.
Zane can they say yes, we're captain or the teams to go relegation?
And American say team Jordan. The first American can say team bet team relegation, but there could be good players in the team. Into the fact that team no call relegation. Can you imagine say player operative and let's Tottenham Hotspur call relegation? Would you say Kudus na don't call relegation?
Okay.
A big crowd Kudus plenty and no more call relegation.
Okay, all right.
Because when Kudus was there, at least they were doing well.
Good morning, sir. Enrique is a perfect man for Manchester United. Even though I'm a Liverpool fan, okay, he's versatile and carries the composure. Already we are braying. Sledge Edway free Menshia and a braying. Well, permit me to advise the Asante Kotoko board again. A CEO doesn't formulate policies for an institution. Okay, it is the work of the board. Okay, a CEO doesn't set targets for himself. Rather, a board sets targets for him. Lastly, a CEO is not given the free will to incur unnecessary costs at the expense of an institution without a board's approval. He who have ears must listen. As Empire short, Nana Kwame Amo Sledge and Apeja Wede Abreye.
The messenger and the message and the history of the club makes this message so special and important.
Okay.
Ebreba and Kamibi. The messenger, the message, and the history of the club.
Okay.
Emasa message we are very important.
Okay. I see. Kingsley Boache and Ediwe and Sufri Tamale Abreye. Per what transpired at Babayara yesterday? Oh no. Per what? New message out there. The referee who officiated the nation's Bechem game showed that they are capable of delivering good officiating and knew why he was on the pitch. And I applaud him, and everyone who watched the game will agree with me. We Ifri Kingsley and Ediwe Abreye. Okay, though yesterday time didn't allow Andy to respond to the local questions. Please, if you have time, can you allow him to do it today for us? Okay. Kwame Ediwe Ifri Kwame Ntiamwana. All right. If you Sunai and Abreye. Good morning, guys. My message wasn't read yesterday. Please, Kudus to stay with Spurs. And where are these players? Richard Ofori, Diawusie Taylor, Joseph Esau, Daddy K with the free Kuwait City, Far Hill, and Abreye and Maminsha way, and so quickly, please may I know the scoreline between the Black Queens and the Tanzanian national team in the UAE tournament. Emmanuel with Accra and Ibrahim.
I'm also I'm a Ghana champions. Unse yana nearly DJ. ye share 2 matches ni nyina beating Hong Kong 4-0 Russia 4-0 nti yenya 6 points nti omo the trophy na mai pictures kura wo ho no ma Ghana omo de cap no ma ababa friends Porsche Abuachi captain the met team na Doris Bodua enso top scorer award was 3 goals in the tournament nti Ghana a champion was the 3rd edition of a year the pink cap after say Russia GB da South Korea agino yes we have a ni no no de trophy no ma game na maso all right say Ghana a champion ti Porsche Abuachi na age crew
am say flight started free Dubai
back so mo be space ni baby kakra say be mess
because minimum be our bidu okay free ya be nti be a queens be nya kwan ya ba all right
PSG is nowhere near United. Even our own Chelsea is bigger than PSG. And Kumasi as Enrique fans need a new manager who will give us a Champions League and top players across Africa. All right. When did we buy? Osei Isaac, referee Asansu, Bekoya Asante. Benjamin Asari and Albert Amoa sent Great Olympics to relegation, but are now heroes in the GPL. Kudus will still be a hero despite the position of Tottenham Hotspurs in the GPL, in the EPL. Spain Boga and Apeja Wede Aba.
How will Kudus be a hero in the Tottenham team? How? Obede no a hero. Ebi a on chiri mzimimenti ase.
Kudus better no a hero.
I was Tottenham team.
Interesting. Hero day. Say like Obey almost start on the bay.
That is the one, yes.
Like on to star player in the Tottenham team.
No, he's playing. Is he their star boy? No.
Who is their star boy?
This season before their injury was Richarlison. It wasn't him. And when all the players are around, it is not Kudus. Kudus is not even ahead of James Maddison. So he's not. He hadn't proven to be their star boy.
And the Omar they are all around the same way. It could be anybody.
So if Kudus or Tottenham, then why?
In terms of class, and we are around the same way. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying
performance over the years could make him a star boy.
Kudus,
yes,
at Tottenham,
he can easily become their star boy.
Kudus, what did he do at Tottenham? Was at West Ham United?
Take away injuries. Richarlison, James Maddison, the boys over there. No, Kudus can easily, per his skill set, per his profile, can easily become the star boy of Tottenham Hotspur.
It is about what you did before joining them. And when they won the European Championship, he was not there. Anything special?
No, for now nobody. Or say obey to me a hero.
And I'm saying that there now why
on to me
because on into what has he done to become their hero?
Well,
that is the question I'm asking.
I think that the obey to my baby almost star boy.
Well, he need to do something before he married that status.
Kudus isn't good, isn't that good. He lacks so many facets of the game to play for a big team now. How special is he? The hype of Kudus is overwhelming. He has enough in his locker, but he hasn't utilized all those skill sets into reality. He isn't there yet. He's only better than Garnacho and Agitians. Wow. Okay, in the Chelsea team, especially the flanks, the difference between Kudus and Semenyo is that Semenyo has mastered his strength in the game, while Kudus has failed to master his strengths. The only facet he is good at is dribbling. But is that productive? Kudus should learn fast. He's slowing his progress by sticking to that low-level football at the top of the game. You need to have a certain trait which is unquestionable and productive. Okay.
A perfect description of Kudus.
Yes, I've really enjoyed him. I really enjoyed him.
Yeah.
Whatever he said is spot on. Okay. Asamoah said the same thing to Kudus. Time where releasing the ball. So to me, releasing the ball is time out by a better player. In modern football, especially English football, overindulgence is important. Se bonu benya so pass I just order now for so no turn around and san no be bono and now football no we here no be bra emo. So that one I
so we here no crown the results so bad yeah. But Kudus production line to say message not the buy a perfect description of Kudus Mohammed.
Okay.
Ye who is so the ability to do it. but owo ho a ontimi nye saa ena saa de na already pa be trim on Kudus. Antonio Correa Betis, he is scoring for fun, but nobody is discussing it. You know, to play for those smaller clubs and excel in there, over big club, wait in a different, I want to be at the accessible. Into Nipana or Kudus as you know, what share Kudus ye and the strength ni Kurano. At the end of the day on the field of play. Semenyo might not be the Vini type, Ontimi Mount, the Lami Yama type, but said you, he get the job done. Into any production liar, the PR game no kwana ekosro, and he's performing at one of the biggest clubs in the EPL.
Okay, Kudus just has name Keke. Kudus can't match Semenyo. A poor man vibration at Tebubu and so after we the Breye High Kessben Sports. This Paul from Takwa. Kudus' problem is that he often gets tired in the first half. Okay. He often has what? Poor second half. Is that observation correct?
Second half, no, I've not observed that.
Me and Kasam Huni say Kudus or misusing a hoarding. Inti Bob you are obeying a simple no or the ball subesa run instead of the obey stand the ball na many partner. Who want to run with the ball until Ejumade. I think he's got a lot to do.
All right. Please, I want your team to discuss the technical ability of Kodja Samoa and Mohamed Kudus. Joe, St. Louis, Unaudiwe, and so Bray and Joe from St. Louis. With Kudus' argument, Andy is answering based on present tense, and Naru is basing on future tense. Okay, the guy is still typing. We need to do it before they buy, you know. Yeah, they are no super na fe ya ba modern akofa more videos no and so kakra aba Andy no be sin na na esen kan SMP but time am okwan no mo ka kai ba
mekai
okay
there is a Franco here in person you touch on the data you issue.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you really review
me yeah, but na reference no time no I think that the minister was misquoted and as a ninsem no for me is misunderstood.
Oh, okay.
Intinam pesi ebo tape no na me can me comment on that.
Okay.
On say as the discussion has been say minister no say did the deco. Ebo tape no maybe I'll give my question.
Okay. And then you know people say me about obise more if you don't do quality be no. Obi say no obi say in the Premier League teams the players
for so quality be no why $8 the or this also yes yeah
and na osan busa say the radio and
was this guy with the command any do muguzi bitia.
But the surprising aspect of the whole story is say he start games every day without producing anything. You know Martin over here got a line up and I know you bonus on mobile on your and also on them. So maybe the coaches can help.
He can run to the point, but we could do on your
said you on your inti and now be beside see as a provisional squad for the Blasters. Players Ben and believe say within the local league, ye Benjamin Asari is in China. I mean more 4 or 5 players. Me who say provisional squad, let's say 30, 40 and the rest are me say 5 players here in Form County. For me this were the question to the Okoba.
Okay.
That time.
So Joe, right honorable Bagwin once said that Heart of Oak once beat Manchester United. Please, I want Bright Yeboah Taylor to provide me with the date the match was played, the scores and the scorers, and the players who scored the goals. Happy 69th anniversary to all Ghanaians. Name Collins Owusu, Edway Ifri Manso actually and Abreye. Speaker of Parliament, the Atuja Namotis Azemo. Say Hatufu, right? What is Azemo? Say Hearts Ashe Manchester United.
Manchester United abroad UK.
Yeah.
Derby. Has a 2-point call UK 71 season.
Hatufu.
Yeah, winning match.
Uncle ball the matches.
Ball exhibition matches.
Okay.
Team and she be out. But Manchester United has Abakwese Ghana team. 88-89 season. And a has a share no. Na Henry Ameyaw na dia. Former has chairman no na chairman ansa na nyawutama club abefa adwuma no
okay
and ofa atukufiu as a coach and omo boy a kotoko and so house of folk share one home and away but Manchester United bia no we you ka house na border.
I see. That is a Manchester United.
Abo Ghana League da.
Not that we can send you as
Sad na wasatu wa haram wa program. So nimsa. Ko you start this was ana camera na chu. I don't know.
Oh na actually na.
Has say Manchester United I say the UK the mushi omo da.
So Manchester United na has share no. UK dey na.
Derby.
Na Ghana ma.
Mr. Ameyaw
team. Na do amo atimu nyina bo. Sa Manchester na do amo atimu nyina bo.
No we dey Manchester Bibia go.
Accra Manchester United.
The game
But omo dey house omo.
The game for Accra na say ni mo.
The speaker don't even say we don't can and say house Manchester United.
House ko UK there.
Omo win match.
Yeah. And some bibli was our trip no crack.
Okay. Now what teams now omo ni omo ko share UK no.
Omo bubo me de beba.
Okay.
Me de beba. Teams no omo na yet say Ghana ha academics ne ade but omo ne some premier size for ni be boy. As that time no omo de reserve size.
And a botia.
Yes, a
botia has. But
has and winning match. She said the Kotoko UK one winning match. So Anna has to call one
winning match.
Yeah.
Okay, now Stoke City abada.
Kotoko share 3-1.
Okay.
And year 68.
Okay.
March 68.
All right.
Oseko Fishy 2 goals. And Abukari Garba. Go na mafefe. Nti eno na omka so mo pe Oseko Fi a oka so wonko.
Okay.
Si Derby
onko. All right. Team Ben free Germany so ni Kotoko bo krom ha.
Fortuna Düsseldorf.
Okay.
Omba Ghana.
Okay.
And Kotoko boy. Yeah.
Bayern so
and a Bayern yeah Leverkusen
yes, so aba.
Yes, omo ababa but so Santos so ba Ghana ne house the boy. Yeah, house so abubu inti abrofo ne ba.
Baba is the
omo ba.
The last time on Kebi by Everton
and Sunderland for us.
It is a mobile that honorable Becca Brapia.
Yes.
And an EPL
chairman.
And the conversation was
okay. EPL doesn't need much skills but rather direct. So Kudus should do more. Kwakudu ya the way for simple so and abraye gina so na yakofa videos no kakra ba you discuss issues ba kumienu bi ansana and ma ball the day sanso and division 1 matches and GPL matches in the kind no nations as a Bechem United kamiensa awu entimi anse adabraka munim say Kessben television ye kire a ma ball live weekend sanso and division 1 matches no so teacher zone 2 and so you're training na live during weekends the more division 1 matches ni be actually live no Kessben TV you're training na sanso na ma ball you select be na issue and also live the matches na be show live weekend we no ebe to edwa but you go videos no kakran sana e ba ba beto aso de ba
your friend because me chia ne Kessben for me boss me nwa ba so pan ko Man City na man for kan sem pan bet si a we out me se modern bone ko so pan Sergio mo adwuma
mo ni Sergio me chia woni wa pan for nyina especially Andy na doctor me chia mpa na Sergio nyamianum no kware enra pa na metena sidin ehwe Ghana Premier League ni bi nations for no ball no do nation omu winning 3 goals na but ball na nye interested kwa na nye fe ball na nye fe na boy we na da bia mo discuss say Ghana Premier League ball no omunko park no and you say park we dey yanko because ball we am ball no say me fan say nra say Crystal Palace crumple and I say Leicester City omo division England division team crumple championship bobo and can be sure no crumple ja ball no omo boy no nye say ebia me kan Ghana Premier League no but ball no omo ball na nye fe enra ball no omo boy no enye fe kwa nti ese coaches no omonkeka mo ho mesa be ka your friend say otuado na asembiem team na o de be call World Cup no onya abotre no steady players no on hye team ni ye at the same time unsua de enfi coaches na omo foreign coaches no unsua de enfi omo onko Guardiola onko bisa the way how techniques or the man Semenyo or the eshe goes ma city no because to the extent that no there too much Semenyo is improving. He has improved papa nti papa fini ho World Cup no o me bobo troka na oba Ghana Blasters obono yempesa abono wo habia World Cup no ye pese ko per points ye per points yenko yempese Ghana Blasters ko up to say omko ka group no ana say World Cup no say yenso ya baby debi yempe yenso ya baby ye per points at least munya 4 points krompo na samosan ba fia Blasters ye ko no makobo bra and to say previous Africa Cup now more about so many matches down and I'm say and the year analysis be also more about so many games more 1 point more 3 point kwampo muntuminya a Comoros kwampo to me share no nti me to e de ama your friend say otuado on hye ne team ni ye na Ghana Blasters ye per points yempese kuguye numaso wa Canada na US aba madam asemone nyame adwuma midinde da sebre me kasafe ekwe St Martin Hospital moni nyame adwuma bye bye.
Sergio, good morning. Ya chiao no abadwafo nyina. Sergio, ya kotoko ya kakra kan se ochina omne karala match ne yesla omo a omio omoni no munwini maye na mumi yi di avreho Peter midu akwa yesle no du eti mu ho a onsusu money bim yesle no ye chia mu nyina ye chia ndi obi a Sergio ye flama Ebenezer Boachi yado bye bye.
Sergio, good morning. I hope say nyame adom nyina mo ho ye Churchill sports crew nyina we dey back number 1 Manchester United. I hope say Michael Carrick oba o ye adwuma de better adwuma de I don't think so betimi aye because so hwe say de nyemasi koya Manchester team dey here big coach nanka abeboa ama team no so adum pepe so say Manchester United edru or bono homo de ntie bon by then ka on qualify for qualify for Champions League nanka yempe coach for from ever metwa so because so hwe de kwa yene Newcastle about 10 against 11 we there Amorim be bia wait me for Manchester team pa she Newcastle even draw crowd wait me for draw no yi midfielders na free mu yen team sa team the first team or best 2 midfielders are above for the past 7 games 8 games now show 1-1 now say you free mu na fe the reserves na but the other is I say all try be that keke after you kotoko yi misra mo jo you kotoko yi and I'm the message by the man timi abo you kotoko yi dey sra mo ka bi mu aye na timi ye nche mo kena because timi mu nyina mo pe ye mi mo pe andi pe the franco da ru mu nyina pe enti sra mo a mo nya adom na mo nkai mai na ye mpenifo yi coach ye o mo aye mo better coach na on fa over my kotoko timi zo nu pempen so pa ye pe ye de bia na ye choka ye kosoro toro ni aba.
Yo, good afternoon. You said mom. Ibisa na house of band na yede ato omo so no for say bia mo ntime ento player bia no say an wa se makusi say na say me hun update about it.
Sergio, good morning. But you say Yankopon Adam Sergio ho ye. Sergio, akomko ka se mle bi etwem pa na Sergio di kotoko timachipa eko. Sergio e de commentary ba se inflama jampredu e bo ha. Sergio dana de na de was amre no kura se utuma kotoko press Upia akasa mako sam si adimu ninja Godi abroad jese kwame agoja yellow kwamna yellow jese a lot sam Joe Lewis that's Joe Lewis pa jakotokopin fra kotokwane adanse match bi kwabi twa Joe Lewis ya hey Seju Tim Kotoko le mode le mom sisi kakra beti makanese se board yi pa jo dia na medwina mo se ye ton prayer na wokwa ba bi e beton na kono okwa ontimi nkobɔ ne homodi o wa na Kotoko ya sa kofa prayer na ba nda bi ya me ha won se timo ye pese ye koye ni mpa na ndi obi se won pɛ no asa dia brɛ e bɛ yetima yetim nam na ye kamedie madwin kyerɛ nyina sɛ kampanifo a ɛbɛ yi anka se price no se 15 kura na ɛyɛ quality no betima tɔ no amanɔne aba ne hu sɛ ye best a ɛyɛ 15 anka yɛn fa yɛnim kɔ edwinia team no na yɛm yɛnim kɔ sɛ jo wiase ese wadi ye na ye wa na wa ye se ju se Kotoko na nwuyu se timi ye na se ye ni ya ha na enko park ha na mehwe bo no se besre se breadu no betime nya players papa betime twi o mukai e ba sa wo ka se ye mra park ya ye de meka na beba o ye ton ade a ye de meka na beto bi se team no e de results ye de eba na yentimi nye yentimi sisi adan yentimi nya pitches papa etimi nya Kotoko ne mu ye Kotoko e wodom se do se mpanimfo e be betima to players papa ase edunum kura na so mo ya ade a Kotoko ye bobola ye park no e betima ye ma Kotoko e betima sa fa ye ntuma pa efra tijo muni nyankopo enya adwuma jo Laka na eja comment jo pa na eji meja commentary yesi emne so na nyamenka mu nyina
yes Sejo good morning Sejo anopa de mechia ni abejafo nyina Barros ni bidini Sejo me wo question kakra bi a nansen ne e chima adwen kakra mpese me bisa se me pese mo compare Ghanaian referees and Nigerian referees ehefo na e wo top sene na yanya Daniela ya otimi adi CAF semi finals Nations Cup semi-finals otimi akwa kudi yo Nigerian referees a omo FIFA referees a omo top omunya matches edit sene ene Daniela enya matches edina na me pese mo compare my Ghanaian referees ni Nigerian referees ehefo na ye better current me da se mo nya me nya.
Good morning Sejo. Mechia wo na powerful nyina Sejo. Sera Sejo question me bisa ne se me pese Frank Naro ni Enrique. Emma me Vinicius ene Valverde. They are boa Madrid when it comes to crucial moments plays in me no one boa Madrid and my second question is since Ghana enya independence up to date. Pese Frank Naro ni ande nyina mama omo 3 best Ghanaian coaches and omo best 3 Ghanaian FA president and omo best 3 Ghanaian captains since Ghana nya independence. Ti pese ande kem na omo mama omo best 3. And the last question so me say Mr. Rama ande ni Frank Naro mama when it comes to striking Tony Aboy Gola and Ishmael Adu one a clinical finisher engineer because of what happened and then the person and the camera now when it comes to finishing Tony Gola and Ishmael Adu Timothy from Zico Dale Yazongo Michio Bibia and the camera.
Okay. Yema mu nyina kwa babiom emra final whistle jumedi so Kessben Television Kessben 3.3 92.9 Accra. Me bedin komo kakra eba. Yebehwe ma ball kakra. Weekend the matches ebe so no. Match Kessben yebe yini live. Ewo Kessben Television. Saso Division 1 matches, GPL matches and so eba so. Ni nyina no yede hunsem ebe bremo. Sometimes Andy is disappointing with his words, with his choice of words. How do you describe Kudus as nothing? Did he say that? Yeah, it was Nima 441 Manchester United. Later changed to Manchester United. The owner was Mr. Ameya. Most of the players were Nyaho Tamaklo rejects. Okay. And the dairy and this message we and so a brain. My friend the dairy ho na Victorious Collins as a no message you know what mechem yenupe na. Some people think Kumasi and Togo are going to have to focus on not winning most of their home matches because of live telecast. But the live broadcast should rather push the players to give out of their best. If they are ambitious, most of the players come to Kumasi for reasons best known to them. Okay, it makes them feel Just look at the mentality of Jau. Jau came to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. It has reflected on his performance. But those who think they are playing for the biggest club in the country, so their life goals are achieved, it has also reflected on their performances. Collins, Victorious, and the message, as I had disjointed Bisa. Kudus once said he would not change his style of play. That's why he is not learning to grow. I saw him twice being taught by Richarlison and Bissouma on the pitch. But still, Otuado's favorite captain is stagnant. We every MC Malik and Adiwe and so Abre. Remember other messages no and so later. But say me call New Life Homeopathic Clinic. Dr. Mark Ajay or studio having the dinko more kakra doc. Na mpom eyede.
Boko brapani.
They are very fit. Yes. Okay. When come kakra New Life. Omo afi na omo ti won kan ne de o ti won kan a check kakra. Chechromo de ekoso ewo ayasabia.
Me da sepa na me de nchia kese ebema ahwefo ne atiefo nyina. Na New Life Homeopathic Clinic ewo Atasimanso. Yeah. Atasimanso Tazi Station na onya busa New Life Homeopathic Clinic obi abechro. Se sia ho ne wo. Okay. Ba enche bia the announcement beba na enche ye bebie ultramodern facility ano ewo Asantememu ha. Okay. But se sia ofhwehwe yen ya ye wo Atasimanso a ye ben taxi station no. Okay. Ene ya Kumasi branch. Ene wo Santase nchenwa. And now call Accra so ye wo Dansuman roundabout. Ye ben King Solomon. And you may dear the doors. Ya re be how I drink. Ya re be how I drink. Where your homeopathic facility. Into either acute or chronic. Nina a fire and somewhat Nyamiadum ahoto. And if I hudi eba. Okay. Na it be a bus studio. Ya na additiontina yamo boy ya re bebre so sang to San Frano. Bayana ye pese esua de kakra sebe ya wa wutie nso ubenya so mfaso na nya New Life Homeopathic Clinic na obeba at least udusua de 1 or 2 bia eno nso etumi boa wa brabo na yare bia so we diabetic patient we hypertensive patient say bia we bema prostate cancer na prostate enlargement how adwen amount me nyonso ojonso e maye sa ne mani nyina ana wo ho asem ni nyina ye adwuma Oba New Life Homeopathic Clinic. Ya behwa ma and me won komo kakra bi di na number no wo TV no so kama pa number wo TV no so ya number obetimi afre emra me wo studio make say obenya doctors ne bi no modi nkomo na for the sake of you no mo radio no nti mebo number no so your number no 0244 09 35 95 0244 09 35 95 and 020 33 35 439 020 33 35 439 Rapini and stem kakra me work and say yare a your friend is stroke e ha adwen na nsan pa e wo hodada enye sa afi na be wiase enye covid-19 yare ho free ye gya no mpenso aha nipa besine na de ane ha dwene se tomre bi anka nimde ko nanim no na ye hwe nimu se chronic conditions like stroke ebeba form but obi kan yade a kwan ye fa so ba nti amane control yedin nti nipa nya na nya stroke and now here analysis na nkatete na obi benya stroke 75 78 80 sebe wakọ nanim kakra nti ha adwen de but at least abobra kakra but nansen wo hwe age wise na is between the age of 30 to 50 years omo pa na nya yare friend stroke na just a young adult time nipa ni abre ekoba ye pesika ye say no eho ana yare we nso adane problem ameni papa enti oni papi o wa wabra nyame adom kwense ne ba no bo na ne fa kojejo na watofom obi onso otofom asebe ne kasa kra ma ne memory kra olusi enti wani ama ho so a wo be recover no na de odu wachija no onye ni papa na waye wachi pasa enti yensu ade we na yentu ye ho fo ne ye mo ye ho modern mo ye ho ban because stroke no emfa ho so woska and emfa ho so yohiani emfa ho so exercise and emfa ho so no monsa na no monsa yare we betimi ahawadwen at any given time because ade ba ko ma yenya stroke na ngasa no bia enne na be shock you your time ne no so but I was trying na ma bie wani kakra say niema di stroke ba na ne enete imagine say exercise say blood clot wo mu abeda hu imagine say be exercise and na no monsa na on smoky yemfa ne say cholesterol wo mu a obeda hu because such things no normally enter my pain and count to them by the time a be trigger no na just say wo fa ekowu and wo fa kojojo ade e friend cholesterol e woni pa ho ye de moja pene cheke onso on pe hospital ko cholesterol ya de bia ye fa blood sample a eno ne etime de quantify ho say LDL bad cholesterol dudu say na wo mu HDL good cholesterol dudu say na wo mu and total cholesterol na triglycerides cholesterol family ni nyina no eye check up ne ma yehu say cholesterol wo mu a obekọ adwuma pepepe wo obeda sorry pepepe nanso na edi ubone edi se ko form walls bi wo arteries ne walls ne ho a afi de beba ne say moja ne twam a ne nyina ntumi nkọ na ebia start say form de clot ana wa koma na nkasa so say a develop fault and also to me start say a generate a dear friend blood clot e the clot ne ba omu a nyame amwa wa ne na mumu no say moja de obi kan nyina faako e koba na clot ne so koba enti one day a clot ne beba be do kon no from your neck to brain mu no e kwan ne yenketengete emunya kese te say the whole body ni inside no enti clot na eba na do kon e be choke entumi nkobio enti yemfa ne say ntia di moja kwa adwene mu dawso but particular one na blood clot ni hyem no na ka no so di moja na kwa adwene fa baabi ana na we kwa nasi the blood na ntumi anko enya basa within 60 seconds to 90 seconds yemfa ne say 2 minutes kra no ye wade bi wetrum e friend brain cells na I start to say e shut off brain cells na start to say e shut off na fe wo nerves the amount movement o kona oba upeja onsa o kasa o da o sorry your nerves na your regulator of all this our brain on the use of nerves to do all these activities and no nerves no so be reacted to it afu be no if our left now fan jojo if our right now right jojo enti ade ye kokobon nsem a me pese obi ade tu ne ho fo my mama ba studio ne party through years sign and symptoms ebema wo wada ho so there were thousands of millions of people omonya stroke omonya symptoms bia onam ho na pra ne fanjojo ye obi ti stie chi a o drive ana ne fanjojo ye obi ti stadium o hwebo ana ne fanjojo ye obi kra bobo se aja sports fie na maba football abi nyina park so no nya stroke enti obia nim ewo kwan a nyame ammo wa stroke no be fa so aba unya sign bia nanso mo a mo benya sign ne de enhyira ne ho just wo de kokobo aba se to America bra ne yenhwema wo ansa na be kan wato de dikan tipaya unim ba bi efri wo ho bo se uti dwa pa unusual headache bia
wa wonim say onyo obi atipae wo so krasa ba we de nansen utipae pa e ban so na gina one side we see we trust answer affect we ni nyina saa de we wan hwe ya e de yare bony stroke eba ana hu ni say o face air drop it ya can say o face drop ya obo say sebe o hwa hwehwe mu awa no na echia kakra afi wo be kata wani no asa ba akwa kata ba ku ntumi nkata ye wani ndua ni nyina ye very numb eno ne friends a face dropping as wani mu no air drop it eno so hu sa sign na mrika because one hwe ya stroke na e eba no ana hu ni say o kasa sesa ana wo yonko bi asa nansen hu ni say ne kasa na nya papa asa nansen wo brown san wa kasa ana so ntumi nkasa se ne unim no o pronounce we ya o na te afa ha one kasa so ebi kra wa observe say nansen wo kasa na nsakra ye bam eno so obi kan America no to America bantem ana hu ni say ni subri eta ha wa dwen nansen ya de enim ni so obi ani subri no so moja so ate no akoto mojadro enya ni subri bia na kire say o moja so ate ebi oho ebedi ubone enti na obi oho na mo na nisu tumi bri no wampe bibi mu anso a obetofom nyame amwa na otofom pe yeso sebe wanya stroke o fine day ajojo tu yo obi a wani su ta briwa eno so ye kokobonsem ana ohu ni say suddenly on saba ko nyadwuma ebi a obetumi de aye de ope obata ho de ne nte say the other side fa ne say foul left a upeja on sabe nkum na into nkosoro as of feel heaviness and a weakness biom the same side na foul 9 left ona mo asa wo twon na ne form wa wo tenka say oni pedua ne fa ayedu and a why weak and no so yakokobon sempa obi okra ne ti na ye ne ya left ne corner ye ne ya left ne nsa na ye ne ya left ona na wa ultimate say left and now right hono bibi nkoyie men yenhwe han kono no painkillers na bra na yenya botre hwe say yare bony stroke bi na ebom pempen a yenso ano ma ontem na meka wan to form ye obi on sa mini ona mana okwafafa ono monsa o nanso alusu balance wa utin kan say o movement no enye papa asa okotiare and truly ebi mokrate hwe eno na obi o gina bathroom crash o tuni na pan kakra bi pe oni balance dada na team ni tibo hwa so moja nyagu ni trim onya stroke enti hu ni say olusu balance eno so yakokobonsem ana hu ni say wo nine na odinam no ase aye tofo obi o ha ni pabo awro cross wonte ne nana sia titriti aye very nam na ubehwe na on satia nyina aye very stiff ontimi kra nso ade mu ye ade kitana na efrato ana opeso de nsa na bibia an keka ne nya ne satia ne nyina aye den bare enti uhu sa ne ma we bia America na ode beba new life from your party clinic na quickly ne yenhwe se sabiare bony stroke bi na eba obi o hot ho abe una ne ho so also pen mu a no waja pen ato
kwam refre
me say mrantie bebre omodom kokromoti na etim instead of so be sign because e pen na say wo so na ni achi wo so ne body wo so ne nyina enya de papa na afen so hwe na say
o you ti ara ne sa e wo so sa kwam
ne ehu
de chamsu
machine kita ele ele kwam ye na bra enye bibi ma na we na road wa hwe akocho obi aso
so ding
bra pere eti who sa sign we ya Americana na de beba new life from your party clinic na ya hwese ya bony stroke bi na eba mpa yesi ano kwan ama ana odihye bi anya stroke mo aye de mo betumi bi ontimi nsori nante eno so oba new life and nerves na ewu na ama ne fan to me my back to normal no enim kwan be fa so a ye be stimulating nerves no ama one side na ma otehwe chema na okuta poma no nyame be ya adoma ma hoden aba and obi a wo severe lower back pain usisi ye wo ya nkasa wo de odi ahentena se Derby usisi ni ye wo ya na fa otodua na odi tena se no na fa oto ase bo nse pain efri oto ase sa twetwe fa osre do mpani mu a na eba fom utumi se ye ya obi o beda na dwene wa ampe ontiment bi antwetwe ontumi na obi o nso asabio wa ampe painkiller ye stronger na ni eguso ontumi nkata na nida enti hu se oto ase twetwe e fa oto ase fa osre do mpani sa that's what we call the sciatic nerves pain and also by new life you be see ho kwan ama na bibia to atwa de me di ja kwan kra ne say wo ye be ma mo ani nko apomden ho wo ye be ma mo ani nko apomden ho anije na ye ka no ye wo ba bi anije ne fapem na ko wie because obi kan bra ye ko chin ne ye ko ne namu ne ye fa ha ne ye yere no mo gi ani a etomre bi e ka ye me enu pe wo dem na hono na ese wo ma masem no ehu hia wo to ye be ma na ospake ya na ajo obi okra de ne de gina so ba okwa 30 seconds no wape ba bia fa obi nso wo se ne be ma shrinke ne be ma phone ye ketwa ana wo ye be ma na hu ne se wa ya se ye udu afa wo jonso a emaye je se wo chimo a to recover a new life obi nso be jonso be 4 5 6 7 anajo Johnson scrap pressure de ba no enye ntumi flow ye. These are some of the things I want here. E betime de cancer abehaw no. Enti ye wo atasimanso e wo kumase ha ye wo atasimanso. O de say bia wo free sunyane ne mpatam ho asi o sofolai. Obenya atasimanso ka osu besi o new life from your party clinic. Sofolai de ka o ho do besi hospital na nim kim. Ba ofri oboase ne mpatam a obesi o Santase market. Market one taxi rank be also may call New Life Homeopathic Clinic. Ya wa Tasman so ya ben taxi station no. Accra so ya wa Dansoman runabout. Ya ben King Solomon. From number ni ankasa. 0244 09 35 95 0244 09 35 95 and 020 33 35 439 020 33 35 439 Rapping in Yamishra.
Nakupon onchira wonso Dr. Makaje New Life Homeopathic Clinic. Enim say ayarefo a mo de mo hawo ne ade be call New Life no mo be fie na mo sresre amafo di adanse pi e de fa New Life ho de enti na oma o yare no aye how the amount kan ho ko hu doctor and na doctor fo akesien mo New Life no hu beton 10 doc be that's pa I was sign o edi enkomo that's New Life Homeopathic Clinic Dr. Makaje and you know edi enkomo no. All right, kwame friend dichem so special baba yare doc e ka hu nsemi nyina no nko anam so wo mu be nwotwe entra ho ema enkofa sembi amre yesro ka hona ko hu New Life Homeopathic Clinic me tu bobo so akoto mansa wherever you are obinchi akoto nanka me man no questions no musa no mame so no dey be our interview nkofo ma Eunice akoto mansa ya dey be
Uraba Kunkui
even Kunkui
ya Kunkui friend Uraba Kunkui
okay
and am an brobi
okay sir ono ana eno o na me free one day now be obi dey man no
any business
sir
ni dinner that's
the brand
that the meaning bibia so the mona mo veteran
me ne o angel na e hono de na me free ho na onim bibia na yes
no onim aduane
no nko yi also no onim akoto de this is the house aduane ye de onim bibia ye ba aduane ye de akoto no way oh yeah just say oh yeah you can cross and what to be all right I go to be chill ma feel pa yehwe division 1 yehwe ma ball kakra na fe yemewie e wo GPL matches no all in some 15 minutes
yes ma division 1 de e unse soro ne de RTU ne Tamale City race no yambo coach Hamza Mohammed Abaso former Kotoko Kimfisa RTU player on a coach Tamale City and look at the gap or the aba baby o won RTU odinachi na ne game o se bu fi no emu ense da nye den sa oni exponential obetimi ahye no and RTU so boy yappy the last team I was RTU for the past 4 matches and this time omu say she enti e ho no wo hwe games na e ba so na two teams no meetings omu ne other clubs ni hia na F ti 8-point gap no me sure say be sa bedem ko wale for no and a course so havoc na no other but this time around Tamale City egusu on the new race mo 8 points no me sure say be wie over the weekend no na da so dem to we betimi akọ 50 now we are 42 simple because two teams no be our opponent no the easier side also she positive so yire no ho obi so ebo positive betimi qualify encha na no do safomo omo an handle team no enti positive so opponent on ne bone pair
no do safo teams say we free breakum Chelsea
or that's so Chelsea
and also support
City how and now almost our true life omo share house omo juvenile side no
okay
true life no baby nko na Port City no base wo omo bom home matches wo ye Kokurantumi.
Okay.
Tina no reason.
Would we play key roles over 2 or more teams in Ghana?
Said the idea.
Okay.
Oh, say at a point na Evelyn Siansare has Akesile this as a CEO, no a board member of Kotoko. Was also a mayor team, if you could be.
Okay.
Ampim of fair division. Into imagine. Janet here. Bibrina Taye, yes. And also, but baby, a wire shepaye zone 2, no, said the BIA cano. Who will race now this time around. Kamia said 2 teams in the about regional derby. Omo dasro. Boboku and din e de Ashanti Good. Bofie against Ebony. And as good in the Ebony game no nanse Ebony away. General nya. This season Ebony are winning 2 away matches. Baako oko Tuba share Police National. And abako so oko UCC. Share UCC youngsters. Cape Coast. If you are bano, you lose, win. Your friends are draw, lose. It's against Boboku and the at the Ashanti Gold 04, no bedding. As Gold 04, unbeaten at home. But some drawn games, will feel you don't have to say and cause one motion and no more intimianche against dwarfs when another dwarfs and stati on any board draw. So kind intellectuals on any board draw. And now one a year Rose Park so board draw with you. But after say you are free or bossy. Edo mo call ye Jamfi Park no matches o ma bo nyina o mo hye matches o mo bo nyina o mo hye o ma hye dubia so ho o mo na no ada o mo nya 4 na win ene adenti against Airborne de e be dan deal e dia mo elsewhere e wo Cape Coast ebusuan do aso ball regional derby general against soccer intellectuals and obia susu say soccer intellectuals for no o mo so need better away record home record kra omu fie matches omu boni away nyina no general e kame anse ni nyina ye pe soccer intellectuals ntimi nhye matches ntoato aso enti against boboku ani dia de abusu aso so a pick form a wode eba na soccer intellectual the last 4 matches general wa lose ni nyina Rose Park shen wo home 2-0 when I Rose Park ya away side Kimfesa abeshen wo Kumase okolusu to Park Academy ko kromo ko shen 2-0 and an swap on fidelity eso share no into the last 4 matches no untimi share the last time on winning game 25th January 2026 here against Boboku and Din at the Sky FC after beating Sky FC 1-0 no the last 4 matches possible 12 points no soccer intellectuals for not drop it and all the room to Ebusua Dwaso so more of later Dwaso so nansen matches in Koyem Farmer Ebusua Dwaso was shaking face at the Park Academy channel or draw 2 consecutive games against in swap on fidelity this Sky FC into also the last 4 matches no when not just 1 win enti o hwe a wa lose baako de but wa drop points pa 5 points per na watimi accumulate from the possible 12 points outside ba enti ama league na kasa table no aye hu di ama omo ama say as gold for ni lead omo by 3 points but eni kwase ye yi Boboku ani din ade nso upon fidelity to free mo ye no hwe table no say fidelity for so 38 points omo so do 5 point difference na dem no again dwarfs na pese dwarfs any as gold we mu baako na eba ye ka ho asem de bia no omo so abe catch up between omo ni dwarfs kwa 2 points and omo so play against the weakest side in the league Police National one of the weakest side 21 points the other last and omo just a point 21-20 Elimina Sharks UCC youngsters soccer intellectuals omo nyina 2020 and Police National for 21 and the swap fidelity so they now almost advantage almost share our game against national for na Police National for na almost back for about 41 points and irrespective of score lines and baby no almost close to gap no 2 points na better between one second position and there was no young former Kotoko be a United player abaso Angelo Didon on your coach
okay Didon okay
there's a former players na yi omu ti coach
yeah
omu coach omu ye adwuma no Anas Mohammed na no ada ye be kan say KAC soccer academy e wo Sunwan ono so na ye omu coach
okay
and Hamza Mohammed so e de Tamale City that first
okay
say see aye ka say no swap on fidelity for no so qualify Angelo Didon na ye omu coach
all right
and onya Police National victory na ono so be close table na memu ayede fidelity the last time omo ba Kumasi on be lose to Kimfesa omo so akwa 3 matches on beating so omo so grounds first one no yes ball be 5 matches no almost every all stars any has go do for na compete and sana do from nowhere after week 4 na do as 2 points pe no be send 8 consecutive matches to aso ono so be pick up e be dash ruby nti still ano really self out from the race guswa make sure say after bottling it after 10 games de ma do as ne as go do for ne say we all start money Rose Park belly di woman back to compete and women's football say if you as say you akonya ye twa bi ni ade Ghana women's football no at a point na ba be 2 horse race northern zone southern zone oya there ampem da ko Hazakes ladies at a point before na ampem da ko be sin nim ye introduce national league after 2010 2011 the na fabulous ladies reign officially they about 2012-13 it was between fabulous ladies and Hazakes ladies and omumienu call finals that year and 2013-14 almost call finals if you oba no na ampem da ko ananka all relegation in 2014 ebe pick up again eba the principal do biam be take shape general omo be call finance ni ade a no omo ni Hazakes ladies bo until last season a police ladies ebe shock ye nyina omo gi ho no northern southern zone no ebe to ampem da ko so omo 2-0 eje trophy no nanka unhu obi aso waje ema league ni da with the exception of ampem da ko ani Hazakes and this time we hear fishes are baso ne zones na baso na brain intino komu a na chese ade say Hazakes still an omo na gusu elidi Saudi no and oba haso ampem da ko for 30 points no omo Hazakes ladies best ye fie omo fie na edene so obi be so omo wontimi nse donina na kokko so bibi anya something out of game on boy omo de 1 point best ne koye wa be ko bia omo be show including omo performer best performer omo goalkeeper Grace Bangwa wa got 10 clean sheets after 14 games and it look as omo an be saje Southern zone e dia banti house of folk ladies for the last 3 matches eniama nkoyi tifie ni abese omo kwa away this time omo so obofie ye hwede ebesi and so and to the league
you be show nyame yad much na 3 p.m. Kumasi Sports Academy
okay
omoni T Super Ladies
Tamale Super Ladies is it Tamale kuta teams pa
yeah you be show some Martin live
oh nice
yeah nice Kessben television
nice
Gentwaso
general
GPL
House of Folk bo Baseke Holy Stars enye good travelers omo away performance na ko gina team a wanya ade ye Techima 11 wonders mo na omo timi enya ba bi gina ye and House of Folk efie no ensedan ko ye mfa ma kra House of Folk bebre but ade ba ko a bo House of Folk ni se omo lose just a game pe wo home irrespective of points omo drop 6 drawn games omo nya no fie no omo timi lose just a game pe enti etresa House of Folk losing at home especially ewo Legon stadium no this so be so omo kotokosho omo but it was in Accra effect from last season omo share Legon City so kromo eto aso no sa Legon Park no grounds are a favor Accra so Folk pa Baseke last visit as a debutant omo ko share House of Folk a record na dawate two great Ashanti mo of sisters and omo colleague them omo buy omo timi share house one cry any some few clubs be na yes adien but omo koye ekoko break is adien na wo no e ma Premier League era we no omo so announce omo presence prentwe bo a first minute no a share house week 1 of 2024-25 last season e share house of Folk omo visit obiem house ko board draw this season house akwa so omo 2-1 omo only defeat ofie house so na dia omo but omo bo away no omo susu say last season we no amukonya House of Folk no ema etimi ejinja omo so omo betimi asakwa ko ebiem when omo kuta one of the experienced coaches who a league in Johnson Smith wode omo ko Smith aye bebre wode kotokwa ase House or top 4 Smith ekochi a lot of clubs are otiminya House of Folk a niam atimi koye de mano so omo boost off so omo experienced coach oni House of Folk ntem no niam atimi koye de mano Johnson Smith part of Nations FC group omo kwa nkran no omo timi ko ha Accra so Folk eje points ne de ba and this time around obetimi awuram e de aboa ama niam akoyi ana but say Joe 8th day of March since 1970 no team in Ghana na has omako 8 matches 8th March 70 omo ball draw 87 omo share Olympics 1992 omo share RTU 3-0 two penalties has a say no RTU say no yet has a far 3-0 scoreline Benadayi scored the last goal has a foku ya adwuma ni nyina at Masaud Maida 1992 has a share 8th March has a share has a Olympics twice it was our process in him has a folk was saying allies has a folk any azakas about 1-1 8th March until 8th March no if ever class of folk pa Premier League is as a crown 2015 omo 8th March 2020 omo 8th March ni nyina so folk lose so I know na guide a class of folk say 8th day of the match no has been a good day for them on say nanze na day bia nkoye mo ye be kan pa mfa but enne de nyame admo china de yahu any research ayaye fixtures bia Ghana Football Association e de aba abonte wo dates and matches course de ensuo say no de outstanding ni nyina yewo 8th March 70 87 eba be si na yewo mi has are yet to lose a game team ne best yes obebo draw especially in Accra de obeshow until this time on betimi akọ aye bibi e de aboa when na Baseke Holy Stars eko ama niam so atimako Holy Stars of 85 86 ado mu fit achiman omo kọ Accra has share no but now Holy Stars a has wo fie ama has kura at point omo so mo mobiem e jaamo Suraji mo e goalkeeper Ponchecheku mo those days omo has of okupa ama Senegal mo no omo Holy Stars that time it was the team of Holy Stars this time Holy Stars we in free but e di Holy Stars e pie mu nkran mienu akọ akọ etia has ba akọ as 85
yen check it biom Holy Stars how many wonders away game no man lose so we lose
sir me chese omatimi ayade anya away victories pen but omo away matches
no Holy Stars lose to 11 wonders away
eti enshada omo ni good away record coming to this game ebetimi ama has of folk ya mahye ne bebre but has of folk of late performance no na ejina so amia hu se asa has of folk ankasa no obofie kura na de ne chance okọ away se fie no ka has of folk modemo no better to say away there na ebianka league table ya ken nka class of folk wo suru ye pa nti ade se Baseke enya de wa we ne de niam betimi akoye e de aboa class of folk but don't forget say grounds will be as we hu omutim konya draw draw against Mediama draw against Aduana nti sa draw games we no omunya ni bechem so konya draw
ebesia
Baseke for no kotoko so wura mu ayi Karela lose just a game pe e wo fie that was Samates if you no 3 matches away home ni nyina o ma hye o ma de 9 points to o mu di wuram coach na o coach o mu no Eddie Kimfesa ewuramu okotoko pen o de Samates by kotoko share no kotoko the last time o call Karela fie o tamale o share wasa ko share no na lugu pen enti tamale no grounds affairs na between on out to the name favor mo but it is 7 ni break twato akotoko ko 8th March o tamale kotoko share and let's see 8th March and see that
let's see what happens
87 kotoko ni road masters wa tamale 8th March 2026 ebesi say
right yeboatela medubesia
mate
wow do me no boy say me page mu na fe yedi news no to aso tentemma amanfo wow your live commentary and so baba for games no enyina enso ho ye be show division 1 match na me aduma ene Saturday na ochina ma ball no so ya show no live ye nyina no atodwa Togo afede gets Yale appointment Yale School of Management the Graduate Business School of Yale University has appointed Togo Afede as a chair of its Council of Global Advisors, effective February 16th, 2026. Wow. Togo Afede, congratulations, big congratulations to Togo Afede.
So
that was our appointment, yeah.
A big achievement. So Togo alumni of Yale University. Your university or Ivy League in the Ivy League University Kakana or ya den American and from Ivy League Yale can be I want to go after a cool school and then they are appointing as the global chairperson of the global advisors. And my some Yale School of Management.
Kofi this year.
Happy birthday.
Why?
Madam for Benson Udro.
Okay.
Pempe College from Santo John Oyomo, president, former student for Pempe College. Abili. Happy birthday.
Okay. Ye bebe die ma news no ato aso tentem de amaida mu nyina se nyame yadoma dwada e so mo atrasibio takram.
Pause.